I got you. So,
You're
guys,
not
we're
live, yeah?
live, guys. We got live, guys. So, welcome, guys. Welcome. So, we're gonna be doing. I already told offside. I am not talking about the Fulham. She's gonna talk about the Fulham. I'm not talking about the FA Cup. Please, I'm not. I'm not in the good mood. I am not in good mood. We're just gonna do like some little bit of a review of Chelsea. Uh, can everything turn around for Chelsea Football Club, especially Lampard himself as the manager? Can this turn around for him? And also going forward, how long will you give Frank Lampard till for maybe for Roman to pull out the trigger, or do you still kind of have trust or believe in Roman?
Well, you know, first of all, let me just start by saying, I mean, you've not told me the reason why you'll not talk about the Fulham game, but okay, okay. I'm sure when it gets to that time, you will talk. You won't be able to keep quiet. You must talk. You will talk and you will complain. But then again, the Fulham game is in the future, so we don't exactly um know how that one will go. But there's a lot to be said about the games that have
I've
already
ranted
been.
about Chelsea already. I've ranted a lot, and
You
I won't
cannot
lie to you.
finish. You cannot see. They cannot finish ranting about Chelsea. This Lampard's Chelsea. You can't finish ranting.
I can't finish
There is
ranting.
not. You can't.
I can't finish.
But Miyangi is here. Miyangi, welcome. Happy New Year.
Hi guys, happy new year guys.
Welcome, welcome.
Mr. Nyangi, please, if you back Lampard, I am gonna get pissed off. Please don't do that. I'm already losing it already. Just do.
Miyangi has refused to say the truth. He's one of those that feels
He
that
wants it.
Lampard is a Chelsea legend.
I don't want to hear that.
Drag
Man is getting on my nerve, man. I don't want to hear that.
us down.
I'm not falling for that. Lampard is not doing the right thing. He need to get the hell out of that club before his image get tarnished. Before his
You
image
know,
get tarnished.
I agree that I feel like yes, he should leave. It's better than him, his coaching ability. But I saw a tweet by I can't remember who the tweet and the person
Mm-hmm.
was talking about what the person said. He was saying that he was not good at coaching. But let's also remember that he's a club legend. So it's fair to criticize his coaching ability. It's not okay to attack his person, because his person was what brought so much success to the club. So I'm sort of just abusing him, calling names and stuff.
I'm listening.
The
Go
first
ahead.
question I will ask you is, are they paying him to be a legend or a coach?
They're
No,
paying to be.
what I'm
He
saying
already
is,
said it.
yeah, of course, say is I'll criticize his coaching, right? But I'm
Mm-hmm.
not one of those Chelsea fans that will go about slipping names, attacking his person, abusing him and all that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Of course, I'm
Yeah.
all for Lampard to leave Chelsea, but I'm making replace him with not Grant. I'd rather have Lampard there than have a Brand Grant, honestly. These are conversations we've been hearing. Miyangi, remember Grant when he came to Ghana? I think, yeah, when he came to coach, I think, yeah, it was Ghanaian national team.
Ghanaian
Yeah.
national team, yes.
I've gone.
Yes, I don't understand this rumor, this news. This
I think it's for. I think that Roman want to bring him to join the backroom staff.
man,
To join the backroom staff.
he dragged that down. I can't even imagine what you bring to Chelsea. What's him behind?
I think is the reason they brought on Avantgarde is to join the backroom staff of what's called of Chelsea for just to support Lampard because they
Now,
know
what
he
is
has no experience.
what of all managers to support Lampard is Abraham Grant? What is he bringing? We do not even talk about that. I would prefer Goose Hidden himself. At least Hidden used to, stabilize the. I would
Yeah,
distribute.
I'm already seeing a sacking on the way already, so I'm not gonna be surprised if it get booted out of the club.
I feel,
Every
the thing is, Avram Grant is also a part of the club. He's been with the club for years. So it still boils down to that whole new trend of going back to how would I put it, to the managers, the people who know the club. So
Mhm.
I wouldn't really say it's a bad move if they bring him in as a backroom staff, because in truth, it's glaring. They are just trying to patch up Lampard, the places that he has difficulties. Last season, we all knew how difficult the defense was. They had to bring in a defensive coach, and we saw how well it has improved this season. So
Mm.
definitely, maybe for the technical parts, maybe for the technical part, that's why they brought in Avram Grant. I can't really say right now, but I mean, I wouldn't really fault it because it's still part of the trend of bringing in the people who know the club and who knows the philosophy of the club.
Yeah, but the problem is Abragan really the right manager to bring to support Lampard. We all know he's inexperienced, but like,
They say that's the thing. He's a backroom staff. He's not the main manager. So you can't bring two people. If you say bring in what's his name, Busidink is a first team manager. That is, you are now putting two. You're like having two captains in the ship.
What's the
It won't
problem
work.
with you? Can you hear me? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a sound. I'm very. I
yeah,
don't know
you're
where
breaking
my
up a little bit.
coming from.
Your mic is breaking up a
But
little bit.
what I'm saying, what's the difference between for them receiving from Grant for Grant? Now, what's the difference between the role he didn't play and the role Avram Grant played at Chelsea? Both of them were managers when he was at club. So I can't bring in Avram Grant, to come and his workers, from what I read, to be, to offer coaching. First of all, will he be happy? Number one. Number two, what exactly is Avram Grant bringing?
Someone
How
is making some noise.
top level? It's more recent years.
Okay.
Hello, sorry, I apologize. My service is a little bit poor.
Can go from being the manager to being Lampard's assistant.
Now
I
here's
think
the thing.
you're breaking up a little bit. Can you're breaking up a little bit. Can you kind of come out and come in? You're breaking up a little bit.
Are you talking to me?
No, I think offside is breaking up. Our mic is breaking up. Yeah, mostly you can go for it. What's your take on Lampard? Because you already know, like we already discussed. Me, when the season finish, just pack your bag and baggages and go. It's over. The legendary status is over for me. We can't just keep parabolating on this, on that, on that. I think for me, he has to go. It's time for me to go. Bringing an avant doesn't really change much because Lampard is stubborn. That's my problem with it. Won't change it won't change the way he wants to play. And I don't want a Lampard. I don't like a manager who is not flexible enough to change something. When you see something's wrong, he has to change. It's not changing. So he needs to fix it. So what's your take on that? Yeah, Musty, what's your take on that? Must, are you there? Well, let me go to Nyangi now. So Nyangi, do you see I want to give like Lampard's time to the end of the season, or you feel like it's time to go? Because for me, I am not seeing any process. All I can see is cross and inshallah. That's what I see. And even when the individual even come in, the problem is we don't even cross to Giroud when it comes into the match. I really don't know what's going on. One Lampard is telling the players, I don't know. I don't know. For me, I have no idea.
Okay, let me start with the criticism first before I will talk about giving him a chance or not. From what you
Mm-hmm.
said, I remember the last game against Morecambe,
Mm-hmm.
he brought on Giroud and he took out Ziyech.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the only person putting crosses into the 18. Now you're bringing in someone who can nudge the ball and you're taking out the person who's supposed to
Thank you
cross.
very much.
Like, why
Now we
do you
can hear
keep
you.
doing these things? These things are
Mm-hmm.
basic. See, they keep saying they are coaches, they have certificates and all. But I've been watching football for over 15 years. Every weekend, some things are basic. when you are bringing in a top
when
player, someone that knows how to
Miyangi,
use the
please
head,
let me
yeah,
cut you short. If you're watching football for way more than 15 years, maybe upwards
more
of
than
20
15
years,
years.
please, you're way older than that. Thank you very much.
It's a new year. It's a new year. Don't start. Anyways, as I was saying, why do you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expect another result? Do you know because we were playing Morecambe, it didn't show. But those substitutions that he made were very terrible substitutions.
Class A substitution, Class A. I don't know what's
Well,
going on.
you brought on Giroud, you brought on Abraham, you brought on what's his name, the young boy,
Timo Anjorin.
Timo Anjorin.
Mm-hmm.
I have no
Three,
idea what Anjorin was supposed to do in that game. A game where
as
he
in
needed.
he had no position, he had nothing at that. You know, I was just like, okay, because it's more calm, people would not see this. But these are the kind of mistakes that we make when playing against decent teams that will make us drop points. You can't keep doing things like this and expect to win matches. I saw our fixtures for July, and honestly, I am very, very scared. If that is how we
Mhm.
are going to continue,
Yes,
it's not every
Atletico
week we'll be.
Madrid,
It's not
Man
every week
U.
we'll be playing Morecambe and Shrewsbury and then this team that will be waiting for Kai Havertz and Timo Werner to score. We are playing Atletico, we are playing Liverpool, we are playing Man City. How is he going to handle it? That's on one side. Now back to the do I think he would go? Unfortunately, we as fans, we can we can only wish. We don't hold the aces.
Niangi, do
But
you know what you said makes me laugh? Do make me happy? Do you know the owner of Chelsea Football Club? It's not Gazindik and it's not Glazers. It's
that's where I'm
Roman
going.
Abramovich. And that man, I like him so much because I trust him. Like I trust that man. Like to make any decision, that man is very direct. If it doesn't work
Un-
well, get out of the door. You are going. It doesn't. He
Unfortunately,
wants to win. He wants to win.
unfortunately, he won't do that yet with this person because of the situation of things, because of the situation that they have built around this particular person. He
Yo,
might
guys,
have
can
to.
you see
He
the
might have to
reaction from
go.
Damian Perez?
He might have to go at the
Can you
end
see
of
the
the
reaction
season.
from him?
Yeah, I can
From
see
who?
it. It's time to
He
go.
says
It's time to
Chelsea is
go.
a mess. I guess that's a Barcelona fan.
Yeah, it's my guy.
How can a Barcelona fan be making fun of Chelsea? Has this seen his club?
Damien, you have to come in, bro. You have to come in and defend your
You have
club.
to come in. Let's come in.
Damien
Let's
Perez,
banter.
come in, bro.
If you're making fun of Chelsea, have you seen how much in debt your club is? Close to €1 billion.
He knows, he knows. He's not arguing. He knows, he knows, he knows. Damien knows, he knows. He doesn't argue. He knows. So continue, Nyanga, continue.
So as I was saying, they gave
Mm-hmm.
him a 2 year plan or a 3 year plan.
3 year plan. It's not even 2 years. 3 year
3 year
plan.
plan. This is his
Mm-hmm.
second year. So technically now, this is like his first year because what he did last year, they wouldn't be counted because they would say he just got his players. He needs time for them to gel together. The EBL is a tough league. You don't expect them to perform magic in the first season. So those are the aces that Lampard still holds right now that would keep him till the end of the season, whether we like it or not. We can complain all we like, but I think he will be there till the end of the season. Fortunately, Ziyech is back. One or two good games. If we win one or two good games now, we'll be back into the top four position, and everybody will forget the bad run of games that we've had again.
I'm not forgetting that bad one of them. That out
Thank
of
you very
everything,
much.
that
Thank
Arsenal
you for
match,
adding that to it.
I won't forget. That match, I lost that match. My phone was stolen. I won't forget that match. I won't forget. No. I won't. That match, out of everything, that match, Arsenal relegation team, they're 16th in table. And Lampard literally just put out the team and said, go and lose that match. And it's a London derby. No. I'm not taking that. I am not. I'm not taking that. I'm not.
Unfortunately, they don't see football the way we see football. For them, football is win or lose, and they move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
So they have moved on. You see, another thing that is working for Lampard right now again is every other team is faltering one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? At this
Yeah.
point in time last season, Liverpool were already way off. 2 seasons ago, City were already way off. But right now, it's just 5, 6, just 2 games. If you win 2 games, you are back in contention. If you win 3 games, you are in second position already.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get. So at that point again, Lampard will be able to tell you that, can you see, we still need time to gel together, but we are still in the title race. What he just needs to do right now is get the winnings back. Anyhow he wants to do it, make sure the team gets their wins back, and everybody will see. Chelsea fans just love winning. Once we win, everybody will be happy.
Nianki, I am addicted to win, and I am addicted to Roman Abramovich's philosophy and policy of sack and go. Just give me that one. That is whom
Yeah.
I love woman to
Sack
be.
and go, because it's not your money that he's using to pay off, eh?
Yeah, so I am using. I'm using. I'm not
This
see.
COVID seasons, you have to be very
See,
careful.
I'm not used. People say process. I can be process when I'm seeing progression. I am not seeing progression in this thing. So how do you expect a woman to be like, okay, Lampard, I'm gonna trust you? I'm not seeing any progression in this thing. It's gonna be difficult for me to trust Lampard and say this. Lampard, if Lampard is even giving Ronaldo or Messi, what is the second that he's gonna do with those players? I keep saying it. People come on me. I rate Kai Havertz a lot because I watch most of the Bundesliga, the way he plays. But Lampard is making Timo Werner and Kai Havertz look class A. It's making them look so bad.
No, I
So
disagree. I
bad.
disagree with that. In as much as, yeah, Lampard has not exactly done enough, but see, we've seen those open net one-on-one chances that Kai Havertz. This guy should have scored.
Timo.
Timo Werner should have scored. You won't blame that on Lampard. Lampard has actually shown faith in him by giving him opportunities. He keeps playing, but he just doesn't seem to sort it out. Personally, I'm not a fan of Timo Werner's style of play. I don't like strikers that come deep to pick the ball. I don't understand where sometimes I'm playing and then someone that's supposed to be the striker, somehow you're seeing him coming to midfield to pick up the ball. I don't like it. Now at the end of the day, okay, I think it was the last game we played. Literally, Mount was the only person that could shoot, and then thankfully it went in, it turned out to be a goal. Kai Havertz, Timo Werner had opportunities, but he just opted to pass the ball. I think he was more comfortable being an assist, making the assist.
Supporting striker.
It just doesn't make sense with me. The same thing goes with Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, we saw him when he was playing. Okay, this game was not terrible, but when he was playing, he touch him, he trips over. Lampard keeps showing him faith, giving him opportunities to play. Now, that aside, one thing you said earlier, we were talking about Spurs and Roman. That's 3 years contract from the world. I feel that was
Guys, can you guys mute your mic a little bit so we can hear what Offside is saying? Guys, mute your mic a little bit, guys. Yeah, we can hear you. I want them to mute your mic so we can be able to hear you.
Welcome. Yes, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it. So basically, yeah. So I was saying, if Lampard 3 years, suggests that maybe they don't want to embarrass him. 8 years contract, 3 years is just right. No, the work they brought him in to stabilize the team, in my opinion, for last season,
Yeah.
he has done it good and fine. Chelsea really wants to get the, which is where they usually are. Trying to get rid of Lampard, not even to the end of the season, because then the season may be too late. And that is my opinion. Things
bringing on Avram Grant now, for me, I'm seeing a sackable offense in that team. If Lampard missed 2 or 3 matches, I can see him go.
It's not a case of bringing in Avram Grant. You have to take out Lampard because Lampard is so full of himself. Like I look at it, working with Avram Grant per se, right? It may seem like it's overseeing his day-to-day activities, and I don't see that happening in the first place. The literally Lampard, he doesn't have his maybe later in the I think he's bereft of ideas. Just we might play and beat Atletico. Then the next game against maybe the next game against Fulham and lose the smaller side, and then you lose again. So he doesn't have it to give for us to get it. Roman will start before the end of the season.
So let me come to Eddie now. Eddie, your take on that?
When I can't dribble.
Damien.
This Barcelona fan, yo, why?
Damien, you need to come in and defend your club, man.
But he can't finish. He can't even finish it.
Barcelona will be fine this year. I think the problem with Barcelona is the reliance of Lionel. I'm not talking about Barcelona.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. So, Odo, just mute your mic. I want to talk to. Let me come to Eddie now. Eddie, I think we have a lot of discussion about. Yeah, how you doing, bro?
Just let the other guys go first. I'm at work at the moment.
Okay.
I'll jump in. I'm listening. I'll jump in when I'm a bit free.
Okay. All right. So let me come to Niangi. He was saying something. I want him to finish what he was saying. Niangi, you could finish what you are saying. I know you are trying to defend Frank Lampard, but don't defend Lampard.
Yes.
Don't defend him.
I'm not defending. I'm just trying to come from a neutral angle. Anyways, as I was saying, Avram Grant was brought into the club as a backup. Okay. When what's her name? Offside was saying what's his name? Sorry.
Hello. We can hear you. I can hear you. Yep, I can.
Okay. The thing is, you can't have two big name managers in a club.
Guys, I'm hearing some background. Can you guys Niangi, hold on. Can you guys mute yourself? Let me try to mute them. I'm kind of hearing some background. I don't know where is it coming from. Okay, so you can go now. You can talk now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can.
Gusidin came in as a caretaker. Yeah. Gusidin came in as a caretaker. Avram Grant was a caretaker. But you cannot put the two of them on the same pedestal at all. Gusidin is a world-class coach any day, anytime. Gusidin will not come and do a backup to Frank Lampard. It's not possible. But Avram Grant will gladly be a backup because he's been part and parcel of the Chelsea team right from the years back. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say here.
Yep.
Now, he has some technical attributes actually that he can put to the team. We might say that Lampard is difficult, yes, but one thing that we noticed, they brought in a defensive coach.
Yeah.
And it worked. Lampard wasn't stubborn there. So can you see, there's always that he too knows. I believe he too knows that he's not technically sound. Nobody can tell me anything about that one. Everybody knows Lampard is not technically sound. So he would be open to the idea of having a technical person behind him to guide him on that aspect. So once he has Avram Grant, I think things might just work well for him again. Like I said, he just needs to win 2-3 games on the bounce. Once you win 2-3 games on the bounce, everybody will forget. Even Abramovich, as much as he likes sacking,
see, I can forget every match. I can forget all match. See that Arsenal match, I won't forget that match. I will not forget that match. I won't. Lampard, he literally just give Arsenal, he gave them the win. He gave them the W. You can't do that as a manager. No. We can criticize every manager, but I criticize Lampard for that because he intentionally gave them the win. Just say, Arsenal, come and play us. Just take the win and go. And you came out and lashing on the player. He was lashing on Timo Werner and Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz didn't start the match. You were lashing on the player who doesn't even start. You did not start him, and you are coming out and lashing on him. A manager doesn't do that. You don't do that as a manager. No. You were lashing on him. Someone you have no, you don't even start. You don't even start him. You cannot say it's too lazy. No. You don't do that to a player. You don't do that. No, a manager doesn't do that. No.
Unfortunately, I think Arteta has the better of Frank Lampard when both of them meet most times. So the only way Lampard can correct or can make you people forgive him is if he deals with Arsenal on the second leg in the return game. I don't know how he's going to do that, but he needs to send a message that, as far as Arsenal is concerned, they are not up to us. It is embarrassing. Honestly, I didn't want to take the game to heart because prior to that game, I even tweeted it. I was like, I'm scared about this game because everyone it was just glaring that Lampard was going to do everything to make us lose on that day. So when the goal started falling in, I was just smiling to myself like I said it already. I said it already. So I didn't really feel bad because my mind was already made up that we were not going to win that game.
Let me come to Musty now. Because I think me and you we've been discussing about it already. My take on Lampard is not changing. I keep saying it. People say Roman, this Roman, that. My take on Lampard hasn't changed as for me. And I will say it again. If Lampard doesn't fix up, he needs to fix up and he needs to know what he's doing as a manager. Chelsea is not Derby County or Accrington FC or Charlton FC. That is not Chelsea. Chelsea is a winning club. If you want to convince Lampard and Marina that okay, Gunnar there's a process in this team. Give me time to do it. Then show the process. If you don't show process, the door is open. You are ready to go. Forget about being a legend or sentiment apart. If there's no progression, you'll be gone. Because that is the ethic of Roman Abramovich himself. He wants to win. So we can have patience about the managerial stuff and about it. We can have patience. As long as we see process, everybody will be fine. But if there isn't process in anything, how do you expect us to trust what's called a process without no progression? There isn't progression in this team, and you want us to trust a process. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. He has to win the fans back. He has not been winning the fans. The fans is 50-50 at the moment because some just dumb decision he make. It doesn't need to make that decision. Why are you doing that decision? Why? In the FA Cup, why must you play Mason Mount every matches? Why? Do you need to play him every matches? You don't need to play him every matches. You're gonna burn him out. When you burn him out and you don't have a replacement for him. So why you keep playing him every matches? Why? That is my issue with him at the moment. Like, he needs to know what he's doing as a manager. He needs to fix up ASAP. If he doesn't fix up ASAP, Roman will sack him. The Roman I know will sack him. That I'm sure he will sack him. So let me come to Akpashe now. Can you hear me? So your take on Lampard, your take on Frank Lampard.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you. Everybody can hear you. Yeah, we can.
Okay. Yeah, my own take on Lampard is that I believe Lampard is a decent coach. Can you hear me? But,
decent coach?
Yes. Let me bring up my
finish up.
And then the problem with Chelsea now, I won't say it's Lampard's fault. I'll give Lampard just 30% from it. And I'll say the tools or the players that he's using take the 70%. Are you feeling me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you explain for that more for us to understand?
Okay. Good. You see, in the beginning of the season, we've been playing well. We used different formation and we've been playing good. Apart from this 5 games bad run that we had from that Everton, we've been playing excellently. I remember during that time we were even making all these instances that okay, top of the table, club with highest goals scored, it was Chelsea then. Club with fewest goals conceded, it was Chelsea. Then this bad run of form happened, and then this is bound to happen to any club. It happens. So I won't say it's Lampard's fault at that because it's almost inevitable. And then you see, my own problem about Lampard is that after a game, maybe after a bad game, Lampard's Lampard's reaction to the game. You see, Lampard doesn't show that he's angry. Lampard doesn't show that he's sad or depressed or something. He needs to show that he's angry at the players. Let them know that they made the mistake, or let them know that they are wrong. But if you see when Lampard is doing this press conference of the team, it's just calm and sad. No, it doesn't work that way. You see Jose Mourinho or Alex Ferguson, these guys are vocal. They will talk, they will let the player, they will ask the player to what. They will let them know that yes, this is what I think Lampard is just too calm for my liking. Are you feeling me? You understand?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Now, I won't blame Lampard for the players that are misfiring. And I think because of the players that are misfiring, that's the reason why we are not winning games. Lampard is not the cause of Werner misfiring. And Lampard is not the cause of Havertz's bad form. I won't blame Lampard for that. And
But
you know,
are you
last
saying you
season,
don't see any problem? Sorry to cut you short, but are you saying you don't see any problem with the formation when we're struggling to break down the defense and all that? I mean, beyond just goals, converting chances.
Good. Okay. Let me address that. Last season, Lampard noticed that he needed to improve the squad, and then he brought in players that are going to improve at that aspect. He brought in Havertz, he brought in Ziyech, and we actually needed playmaker. We needed creative playmaker. I mean, then brought Havertz and Ziyech. Then Ziyech was out because of injury. It was not Lampard's fault. Havertz was misfiring. It was not Lampard's fault. So Chelsea main problem is I'll never say Chelsea main problem. The reason why all this war is happening is because of the bad run of form, and I believe Lampard is going to bounce back. And with the help of the introduction of Abraham Grant, I am expecting positivity. Obviously, I'm expecting positivity, and I'm expecting it as soon as possible in the next game against Fulham. And if Lampard did not, if we not win that game against Fulham, and then we can raise eyebrows that yes, are we going to really trust this process? It's not yielding good results. But as far as I'm concerned at this moment, I am relaxed, and I believe Lampard is still going to do well. So that's my point.
Did anyone have a rebuttal to what he said? Offside, Niangi. Did anybody have a rebuttal to what he said? Does anyone have a rebuttal to what?
I think he has already said what he said. I mean, that's his opinion. But I maintain that, and one thing I agree with him was his opening statement where he said that Lampard is not a bad coach, like he's an okay coach. I've forgotten the word he used specifically, but I agree with him in that.
Decent is a decent manager.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I said he's a decent manager.
A decent manager.
Yeah, he is a decent manager. I agree. But what I feel like is that the current Chelsea squad is better than decent, right? And that is why I said that it seems like he has gotten to that. He doesn't have anything more to offer the current squad now. So the squad deserves a better manager, right? So a decent squad was a squad of last season, with inexperience mixed with some talent here and there, and some experienced players that were not exactly delivering to the best of their abilities and all that. That was decent. But the current squad has better ability than what they are putting out right now, which is why I feel like at this point he needs to give way. Maybe if he goes somewhere else and several years down the line he gets better with experience and all that, then maybe he'll be good enough for the current squad. But the current squad is better than him as a manager. That's my take on that. And to a very large extent, I blame him for the results and the performances so far, because you can't tell me beyond scoring goals, Movena may not be converting chances, but there's also the part he plays, which was something you talked about, Abdullahi, where you said he keeps playing him. He doesn't rest him, playing in fact, I was surprised that he started the last game. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I expected to see maybe Tammy Abraham, starting the game, or Olivier Giroud at the barest minimum. I beg your pardon. Starting the game. Instead,
Yeah.
he started Timo Werner again. You know, so it's a part he actively plays, and he has to take responsibility for that. The team struggling to break down defense. Sometimes it reminds me of Sarri's style of play before he was sacked. So much possession with little or no threat whatsoever. That definitely has to be on the responsibility of the manager. Also, the aspects of substitution Miyagi talked about earlier. How do you take out Timo Werner? You bring on Tammy.
You took out Hakim Ziyech. You took out Hakim Ziyech.
Yeah, he took out Hakim Ziyech, sorry, and brought on Giroud. Ziyech was the one sending crosses. Remember, Reece James didn't play the game.
Yeah.
So if you
Wait, sorry,
bring
wait. Sorry to cut.
Giroud is literally a striker that
Wait,
he
sorry to
gets
cut you.
one chance and he can convert it. He gets one
Wait.
chance and he has a higher chance of converting it than any of our other strikers, whether it's a
Offside.
header or a poke or one thing or the other.
Offside.
So that's that. Yes.
Yeah, are you referring to the game against
The
Morecambe?
Fulham. Yeah, it's talking about the FA Cup. Yeah.
You see, this guy's substitution again in that particular match. It took off Ziyech so that Ziyech can recover fully. We are already winning the game. I think we're winning the game 4-0, 3-0. We don't need Ziyech again. We are already comfortable.
I know,
So
but
it brought out.
That substitution, it was beyond that. Me complaining about Lampard with regards to that substitution. That wasn't the first time he was doing it. Okay, even if let's say you don't even need the goals, right? He had done it in the past when we had Reece James sending in crosses, and then it's a situation where you're supposed to have Giroud, in the side. You're struggling to make a break. You're struggling to score goals, and then you leave Giroud on the bench. So it wasn't peculiar to just the last game. It's something that he has been doing in the past. So what are you bringing Giroud on? Why did Timo Werner even start that game in the first place? He has been playing, and if you're talking about players resting, he should be resting, especially when you have very highly prone, injury-prone wingers like Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic. You should rest this guy. If you're playing, you should rest this guy and play them. So that if peradventure this guy, Pulisic, also gets injured again, you still have Timo Werner that is well rested because you've played Tammy Abraham.
Okay, bro. Is decision for starting Werner in that game against that FA Cup game is that it started him to build Werner's confidence.
Yep, I get that.
Good. Those teams, they are less competitive. I'm sorry to say, but he's not going to use Abraham. I think he's going to use Abraham against Fulham. He used Werner to build his confidence because that is why he started Harvard
He
also.
has been building his confidence in how
No.
many games?
In how many
He
games?
he does not have a choice. Before, when he was using Werner on the wing, wait, chillax. When he was using Werner on the wing, he has no options. Although he was injured, Ziyech was injured.
No. When Timo Werner was playing, Carlo Masnoda was on the bench. It was fully fit to ready to play. Why hasn't he playing?
Yes, he was on the bench and ready to.
He was on the bench from the November to December. He was on the bench. He wasn't doing anything on the bench. He was literally sitting on the bench.
Although he was injured, alongside Ziyech. He just recovered, and the game Lampard did not use him. When he came back, Lampard
recover. Although he recovered recently, he was injured with Pulisic at the same time. Then he recovered.
Yeah,
but even before that, there was a time for a while, for weeks, he was available. And Lampard wasn't playing him. I'm not the biggest fan of Hudson-Odoi, but Timo Werner has played too many unnecessary minutes. And he keeps, for each minute, each game that goes by, and he doesn't score. It's added pressure.
Those games. Wait, relax. Those games Werner had been playing and he has not been scoring. That he has been misfiring. Those games, if you check well, Odoi was not available. The game Odoi came back from, he came back, and then Lampard was not going to start him immediately because one, he did not trust him. He's coming from injury, and he's not going to trust him to the extent to start him immediately. Odoi is not that kind of senior player that Lampard has that full trust on him. Good.
Before
So
Odoi
that
got injured, he was available, and Timo Werner was still playing every minute.
Then
Even
wait,
when
I was not.
Timo Werner, even rest him, let Anjorin play.
No,
Anjorin is not a winger. Anjorin is not a winger. It's not like
what I wanted for Lampard is
Mount on the wing.
What I wanted Lampard for me.
Mount on the wing.
No. You can't use Mason Mount on the wing. I just want him to take.
Good.
If Timo Werner is. Wait. Let
me explain this.
Okay.
If you use Mason Mount on the wing, it's just equivalent as using Anjorin on the wing. I'm not saying ability wise, but they are not typical winger. And Anjorin is an attacking midfielder, and then Mason Mount is an attacking midfielder. He's not going to, if you use Anjorin, Mason Mount is even trusted on the wing than Anjorin. So Anjorin is even out of the picture. And when Lampard was using Werner, and then Odoi was fit to play, Werner was not misfiring. Werner was playing decently, he was playing well. Werner and then Abraham connection was intact then. Lampard is not going to take Werner off and put Odoi and disrupt the connection between the two of them. When Werner was misfiring, when Werner was misfiring, there was no other option.
This is the game for kids. This is the game academy players play. Rest Timo Werner. Rest him. Get somebody. Get an academy player. You don't need to keep playing him. Even in that game, Chelsea won 4-0, but the performance still was poor against such a lowly side.
That is good. Exactly. He used it to evaluate. See, one thing you are getting wrong is that.
Go ahead.
He used it to evaluate its confidence, and it's not that he misfired in that same match. And trust me, he's not going to start him against. It's not going to start him against Fulham, because against this low side and FA Cup, he did not even play up to expectation. This is the kind of match Lampard is going to use to test a misfiring player. He's not. Wait, are you telling me Lampard is supposed to bench Werner in this FA Cup game and then use him in the next Fulham game? No.
Whether he needed Fulham game or not, that game against the FA Cup, he didn't need him at all. The guy had been he didn't just return from injury. He has been playing. If you needed to rest you consider him one of your key players, and you needed a game to rest him, that was the game he should have been rested. Let the kids. If previous managers, the FA Cup, what round was this? Wasn't the semi-final. Look at the team you're playing your best. Look at the squad you put everywhere. Get them to rest. And if one player had to rest, it was Timo Werner. Even though, yes, he scored a goal, but that goal he scored, what was it? In that same game, he did not have a good game. He did a better job. He has been doing a better job at blocking Chelsea's goal opportunities than converting goals. And you keep playing him. Is it this team? Is it against that opposition that you used to rate him? Even he knows that he should be doing better than that. So it's not a good opposition to rate him.
Excuse me. Wait. Okay, as I was saying, using the upside was saying something about resting. This player has rested. They had rested for 7 days, and then their next game is in the next 5 days. I want to know what option are you expecting him to use as a striker? Are you expecting him to use Tammy Abraham? That he has, Lampard has confidence on Tammy Abraham than Werner.
Yeah, I know.
He has confidence on Giroud than Werner. So this is the kind of game. A misfiring player. This is the kind of game that is used to evaluate and see the positivity in him. And then good things that Werner did not even perform up to expectation in this same game. So Lampard has evaluated what he wants to evaluate. He has seen what he wants to see in the player. He's not going to test him against a bigger opponent. And then this FA Cup game, forget that it is a low club that we are playing with. We needed a win to boost our mentality, and we needed a win to boost the whole pressure. I don't know how you get it. And then
Yeah. I understand.
we also needed a win to build momentum on. So forget that the low club. If he filled his best 11, he needed that win. Like he needed the win. So he played the player that he trusted, and I'm not taking that away from him. He did a nice job there. Klopp fielded his best player also. If you need a game, if you need and you know you are desperate for a win, use everything to get. The next match is in the next 5 days. It's not like 3 days or in the next 2 days that we need to shuffle players. In the next 5 days, these guys can get enough rest. And against this Mokamb, how is it pronounced? They didn't play with all their energy. It's not a top team. They played without stress. So in the next 5 days, they are going to recover. That one is if you play manager game, you know about these things. Lampard needed a win. He needed a win urgently. So that is why if he played his best team,
do you say it's feeling the pressure? Do you say it's feeling the pressure from the board and the owner? That's why it's feeling the
no, not from the board. I can't say from the board because I'm not. But he's feeling the pressure from the fans. He knows that he's under pressure, and if he not give us the result we are asking for, he has no choice than to walk out. Legend or no legend, he has no choice than. So he needed that win. And if you have to make mention of those players one by one, I can tell you that he had a reason for playing them. Ziyech, he has a reason for playing Ziyech. I don't want to waste our time, so
I understand.
I won't go deep into that. But he has his reason for playing every player that he played in that game, and he needed a win. So the only player that I feel he should have not played is Mason Mount, because Mason Mount have been playing 90 minutes every game. I'm a Mason Mount fan, like diehard, but he actually needed a rest. He was not needed in that game. I think you should have used John Gio or Kovacic instead, or even Anjorin. But I think Anjorin did not travel with the squad. No, Anjorin was there. You should have used Anjorin. I think Miss Man should have rested. That's my own point.
Rest, but Timo Werner didn't need a rest.
You didn't get my point about Timo Werner. I'm not saying Werner did not need rest. I did not say Werner did not need rest. I said he played Werner to build his confidence, to evaluate Werner. He's not going to evaluate him against a other team. This is the kind of game he's going to play Werner.
I understand it. I completely.
So it's a different case from Mason Mount's case. Mason Mount has been playing okay, and it's obvious that Mason Mount needed rest. Even if he not needed rest, this is not the kind of game we need Mason Mount. To be honest, we don't need him. We actually need other players that have not been getting game time. But Timo Werner, his inclusion in that lineup is justified. So that's my point, bro. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Let me come to Nyangi now. Nyangi, will you give Lampard to the end of the season, or?
Wait, I'll be here in the next 10 minutes.
I just want to hear Miyangi. Let him react to Miyangi. I know the way he's laughing. I want to say something. Don't rush him.
He's running away. Don't run away. Yeah, you have to come back. Don't run away.
I know I'm not running away. I want to fix something. I will be back in the next 5 minutes or so. I'm not giving out. I'll just leave it.
Let me come to offside now. Offside.
Talking about this now.
Offside. Like I said before, I'm not previewing the Fulham match. You're gonna preview it, so you have to start the Fulham match. I am not talking about it, so you have to preview it. So, how do you see the weekend match going? I'm not previewing it. I'm not saying anything about that.
Wow, the weekend match. At this point now, it seems like Saturday suddenly seems like a long time from now. You know, with this COVID, and before you know, out and all.
Okay, I'm back now.
Let offside finish. I wanted to ask about. I wanted to preview the Fulham match. I am not previewing the Fulham match. I'm not saying the Fulham match. I'm not previewing that match. I think your mic is cutting off offside. You can go out and come in again. It's cutting off. It's cutting off. It's cutting off. So Niang, now you can go for it now. You can go. So are you still having confidence in Lampard, or you be like, okay, because it's a
Okay.
club legend, you can just chill on him a little bit and see how far we can go. And you have to tell me, you have to give me a reason why Lampard keep playing
I have
Mason
an
Mount.
issue with that.
Okay, go for it. Go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead. Mhm.
Number one, I have an issue with that with the whole club legend thingy. Everyone knows that already. Let us put that aside. This is what we are talking about here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear you.
yeah,
Go on.
yeah,
I can
yeah.
hear
Go
you.
on.
We can hear you.
He's not the first club. He's not the first club legend that would come back to coach a team. Kenny Dalglish came back to coach Liverpool. He didn't do well. He was sacked. Capello went to Real Madrid. He was sacked. You know, people have played for clubs. They've done well, and you didn't do well as a manager. You get sacked. So I don't like holding on to that. That is the club legend. Is a club legend. We know he's a club legend. This is work here. This is work. There are 20 clubs you are playing, 19 clubs you are playing against. It is your performance that would show, not whether you are a legend or not. Your legendary, whatever you did in the past is there. Now, back to the issue on ground. Like I said, other factors, considering other factors, not because it's going to do anything extra special. One way or the other teams are also fortunate, losing one game, draw here, lose here, draw there. Like I said, we just need to win 2, 3 games, and we are back in the mix. Because spirit, yes, it's always there. It's always there. I believe we can do it. This coming weekend against Fulham, I know we'll beat Fulham. Fulham has been very abysmal this season. They've not been doing well. Them. Because let's also not somebody's talking.
Go ahead. I can hear you. Go for it.
Okay. So this weekend's game against Fulham, Chelsea will most likely win. Not that we will stroll over there. Let's also not forget that it's also a London derby. It's a London derby. It's going to be difficult also. But I mean, if you look at how Fulham has been poor all season, you expected that Chelsea would get a win over them. Why has he been playing Mason Mount? Mason Mount has practically been our best player this season. Minus the goal contribution. In terms of performance on the pitch, Mason Mount has been our best player this season. So when you have your best player like that, you want to play him in every game, whether you like it or not. You want to play him in every game. That is why he keeps playing Mason Mount. Our prayer right now is that the little boy does not burn out. That he's playing.
There's no how we won't
He's
burn
too
out
young to be playing. They
it's
played
because
so
of
many
Frank
games
Lampard.
this season. So many games. Naturally, for me, I expected him to have rested Mount against Morecambe. But I mean, because we've had 5, 6 games without a win, you don't want to take chances going into the next one. Just like the last guy said, look at Liverpool, Aston Villa. You want to play your best team because you don't want to give anything to chance. You don't want it to be a diamond. I should have started it. No, you want to play your best leg. I think that is why I totally understand why you played Mason Mount. No, when and Kai Havertz. Personally, for me also, I think if it's me, even if we are playing against that 13 in that FA Cup, I will play both of them. In fact, both of them will play 90 minutes. In fact, they will leave the pitch because the truth of the matter is both of them have been under intense pressure. In fact, there are already talks about them being flogged, wasted money, this and that. So what else? Which other game can you give to them for them to get their goals? In that game, when I was watching the game, I was just praying for two things: Timo Werner score, Kai Havertz score. I didn't want to say any other thing again because the truth is they needed those goals to get back their confidence.
Fair
They would
enough.
not get it against Tottenham. They would not get it against Liverpool. They would not get it against Arsenal. They have to get it from somewhere. Where would they get it from? They have to get it from Rockland. Whether you
I
whatever you
get
want to call it. Yes, in a normal situation, you should be playing the younger lads in such a game. But Chelsea right now are not in a normal situation. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, we do. I do. I do.
We
I
have
understand that. Oh,
lost games. We have lost points. There is no confidence in that team. This is the kind of team that you use to build your confidence back.
mm-hmm.
That is why you play them. That
Okay.
is why you should play them.
I get that.
Look at Liverpool. He brought out
I
the
get that.
first team against Aston
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I get that. Let me come to Eddie now. Eddie, like we always talk before, like you already know my stand on this Chelsea blah 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 blah. Like I said, for me, I still don't see Lampard as a long-term manager, and for me, I think Chelsea Football Club is a club that is too way too big for Frank Lampard. And if care is not taking, if it's kind of doing, if you're using Chelsea as an experiment, it's a matter of when is it gonna get sacked. It's not even how long. It's a matter of when it's gonna get sacked. Because if the result doesn't go well, the result like what the owner wants, it's gonna get sacked. So my first question to you is Lampard himself. Because Avantgarde is coming in and to support him now. Does that one kind of positivity, or do you see him? My second question to you is, I wanted to talk more about Fikayo Tomori to AC Milan. What is going on with him? Because he was the best player in Derby County. Now he's been frozen down just because of Lampard. I don't know what's going on. I need to understand because just because he made a mistake doesn't make him a bad player. And this Christensen has been making silly mistake, and it's been played by Lampard week in almost all matches. Why is not Tomori not been given chances?
I mean, I'm listening to the whole thing since I jumped on, and some of it's been interesting, man. I'm not gonna lie. Well, what I'll say is, look, in terms of Avram Grant coming in to help Frank Lampard, I think it's step one to Lampard getting the sack. Because I think right now with the whole COVID protocol and all, it's quite hard to sack a manager. So, for us to have an interim available, it needs to be someone who's worked closely with the team. So if results don't improve, then expect to see that. Expect to see Lampard get the sack and Avram Grant become interim till the end of the season because you can't get I mean, it'd be quite hard to get a new manager in anyway. So I think that's what happened there. There's not too much. I mean, there's no other reason why you'd bring Avram Grant on if you're not looking forward to assessing him properly. But then, yeah, who knows? We'll see. But the other, the other, the other one you brought up was Tomori to AC Milan. Look, I mean, I think you already know my thoughts on this. Tomori's been mistreated. He's been sold a dream, and it's not been followed through with. And it's quite sad. It's quite sad because I mean, he was supposed to go on loan to Everton at the start of the season, and Lampard told him, "Look, you're going to be a part of the team," and all because he expected to sell Rudiger. And then, even still with not selling him, I think Lampard should have defended Tomori a bit better, and giving him more game time because, I think I said this at the start of the season as well. When Thiago Silva signed, I said, Lampard there's two defenders who I want to play next to him, which is Tomori and Zuma, because those were our two best defenders last year. Tomori is a young player who's still improving, and who would have a lot to learn under Thiago Silva. More than actually Kozuma, if you ask me, because Kozuma is a bit more experienced, is a bit older. He's more in his prime now, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, the AC Milan move, I don't know how good that would be a move for him, because yes, it'd be good for him to compete in a
It's a
good,
permanent move to AC Milan. He said he doesn't want to. He said he wants to go permanent. That he's not seeing
yeah.
his
I mean,
future in Turkey.
Chelsea are not going to let him go permanent. Let's be honest, because if they let him go permanently, I mean, Lampard has blood on his hands.
Yeah, because he said,
Um,
I think according to the deal, is option with obligation to buy.
yeah, but yeah, that's what Italian clubs do. But unless they're planning to pay like a crazy fee of 50, 60 mil or something, I don't see how Chelsea are signing up for that, because I mean, I don't. Even though
Eddie,
you even have,
I can see it happening because we are linked with Upamecano in the summer, so that could
yeah,
be a very easy. That could Chelsea could just tomorrow we go this go, then we can bring in Upamecano.
yeah, but
Now Upamecano coming in to play for who? Is it Thiago
exactly.
Silva or is it Zuma?
Like
Who is he playing for?
the thing is, we're bringing up Makano in. Even if you're bringing him next season, you still got a space for tomorrow there, because I mean, you need at least 4 defenders to get through a whole season, in my opinion, right? So if you are able to sell Rudiger and Christensen, which I expect both of them to be gone in the next year or so, then I have Zuma, I have Pamecano, I have Tomori, and I have Thiago Silva. And with the age of Thiago Silva will be more like the rotational guy who can come in and help out when we need. He can play more like that John Terry role in his last season. So I don't want to hear this nonsense um, of Tomori wouldn't get game time if Pamecano comes in, because again, Pamecano still has to learn the league. It's not like Pamecano is gonna come in and be a smash hit from day one. He's still gotta come in and learn. He's still gotta acclimatize to the team. So you could have still got Tomori game time if you were actually keen on. And what you could have done is also make it Tomori and Pamecano who grow together, because their ages are quite similar. And then
Yeah,
you have a backline for the next 5-10 years with Rich James, Pamecano, Tomori, and Ben Chilwell.
yeah.
I think the oldest among them will be 25. So for a good 5 years, you can have a stable back five. But yeah, all this rubbish, I don't want to hear, man. They failed the guy, and they need to answer for it.
Good. So let me come to Eddie now. So your take on Fikayo Tomori going to AC Milan?
Who, me?
No, let me come to Nyange.
Right.
Upamecano. Oh, it's not yet. Let me come to offside now. Offside. Let me your take on Tomori going to AC Milan. Is it a wise move for Lampard and the board, or like does Tomori seriously need to go and just like leave Chelsea and not go to AC Milan and have more playing time there?
No, Tomori has had it really tough this season. I don't know why Lampard hasn't been playing him. Personally, I feel like he has been better than Rudiger, and has also been better than Christensen. He has hardly made any major mistake. Compared to when you think of Rudiger, think of Christensen. Rudiger is
Mm-hmm.
a penalty waiting to happen. But then at the end of the day, I think for his own career, his own for his own growth, the best
Mm-hmm.
thing is to leave Chelsea. He has been a very, very um, you know, good teammate. We've not heard any
Mm-hmm.
squabble or anything about him, getting into issues with Lampard or the squad. He has been very quiet. Like, he has gone about his
I
business.
think that there was a bus stop I believe after the Arsenal match or the following month there was a bus stop between Lampard, Carlo, and I think Timo Kai having a go at Lampard. I think there was a bus stop in between them.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about Fick. Fick has been really calm. He has not
Mm-hmm.
caused a bus stop or to try to upset the dressing room and all that. So,
Yep.
he has been a good sportsman. I think for his own sake, I would even say he leaves the club permanently, because there are a couple of defenders, I beg your pardon, that are clearly ahead of him. Of course, Silva is ahead of him, Zuma is ahead of him, and if he really wants to go on to fulfill his potential, as we know he can be. Look at the tackle. If you remember the last game, the cup game, there was a time he lost the ball. I think he wanted to make the guy. he lost the ball and he ran back. He had the pace to run back, and it was a good tackle, even though the ref blew for a free kick. I don't know if you remember the tackle I'm talking about, but still, he speaks to the kind of thing he can do. So I feel he deserves better than the few or next to nothing minutes he has gotten so far. Good decision and good opportunity for him to go to AC Milan. The searchlights will be less on him, the media attention and all that. So it's a good place for him to go and develop. He has Zlatan there in the side. AC Milan is, of course, they're doing well this season.
Yeah.
So it's a good place for him to go learn. It's also a physical league if he decides to come back to the Premier League. Look at Ake. Nathan Ake now went back to Bournemouth and now has come back to Manchester City.
Mm-hmm.
And is one of, if not their key central defender. So, anything can happen. He's still young.
Fair enough. Let me come to Washe now. Fikayo Tomori to AC Milan. Do you think it's a wise move, or I think does Tomori himself really seriously need to go just because of the playing time? I think it's time for him to go. What's your take on that?
Definitely, Tomori needs to go. No doubt. And I believe he deserves to get some game time before this time, as we are. So also have been getting some game time before this move to AC Milan. But I think it's a great move. I think it's a good move actually. It's a good move for his improvements, his development, and everything.
But because based on Fabrizio said it's a loan with obligation to buy from AC Milan. I don't know how much AC Milan is going to play Chelsea end of the season, but loan with obligation to buy, which means Marina knows, because I'm hearing one about Upamecano in the summer. We're going to trigger the release clause of 44 or 45 million. Mm-hmm.
The Upamecano deal is not certain yet. I would say that deal is still a 40% deal. Mm-hmm. Because there are a lot of clubs that want to get Upamecano.
Yep.
I won't say it's a 30% deal. So that deal, I'm not signing in that deal just yet. And then Tomori going with an option to buy, is not the best deal for me. I think he should just go on loan and then he can return back to Chelsea later, maybe next season or the upper season, to come and fight for his space. Tomori is a defender that has a lot of potential. His speed, his confidence with the ball. I think he's the fastest, or not, maybe the second fastest player in Chelsea. At Chelsea, I was listening to one of their interview and they said Tomori is one of the fastest actually. So he has a lot. He has a lot of attributes, and it's one of the young defenders at Chelsea that I can vouch for and then say is my best out of the young defenders at Chelsea. But I think the deal, I don't think Lampard or Marina would sign for an option to buy for AC Milan. No, it's just going for loan and then it's coming back.
No, based on Fabrizio said a loan with option to buy. That's what I heard.
Yeah, what Romano said, maybe the deal that that AC Milan offered, I don't see Marina signing for that. I think he's just going to go on a loan and then come back to fight for his place. Thiago Silva is old. His game time next season is going to be very limited, and Rudiger, I know Rudiger is stepping up. To be honest, Rudiger is stepping up. He's doing good. Rudiger and Zuma. Then I believe Tomori is the next in pecking order. Tomori is the next defender that I could trust. I don't trust Christensen and those.
Why is Christensen still playing? Why is he still playing? That is my problem. Why is he still playing?
That should be best known to Lampard, but I actually want Tomori to play ahead of Christensen. With all things being equal, Tomori is a better defender to me than Christensen. Lampard knows what he's doing. I don't know.
Let me put this to you now. Let me say, okay, eventually we get to Upamecano. Who goes? Rudiger, Christensen. Who goes? Who do you say? Do you say both of them, Rudiger, Christensen, or you say one of them?
Christensen would leave. That one is almost certain. And I think Tomori will leave if we sign Upamecano. But if we not sign Upamecano, Tomorrow is going to return. Yeah, Tomorrow is going to return. You know, we still have a lot of young defenders. We have
Mm-hmm.
Malangsa. We have this guy, this Savia. I don't know his name. Then we
Yeah,
have
Muyamba from Barcelona.
we have Ampadu.
Ampadu.
We have
Yeah.
some young defenders. So though Tomori is better than all these guys,
Mm-hmm.
but if Tomori is going to come back to Chelsea next season or next 2 seasons, it's going to be like guaranteed some amount of game time. It will be a different scenario with what is happening now. When it's coming next season or next 2 seasons, it's going to get, as a player as Tomori, it should be getting more than 50% of the game time. So, and I don't think it's going to get that yet. If you even sign up Makano, that one is not even going to happen because I think it's Zuma, Rudiger, of Makano before Tomorrow.
Okay,
So
Zuma
that,
with the gap.
but if you are not signing up Nakano, Tomorrow should return. I beg, you should not go. I beg.
Let me come to this now. Oh, we spoke a lot before you came in. We spoke about Lampard and everything. We also spoke about Avant coming in. Do you see that as a positive? And also just kind of have your say a little bit on Fikayo Tomori to AC Milan.
Good evening. So, well, about Grant coming back. Well, I don't know. I'm here to decide if it's positive or negative. It really depends on what role he's supposed to play.
He's a backroom staff as a backroom staff.
Yeah, background stuff I know, but yeah, but like what exactly is he just there for advisory role? He's going to be there with training, have input in tactics. For example, Peter Cech is a backroom staff, but he's not really part of the day-to-day training and stuff like that, except as like a fourth goalkeeper. So we have to know what exactly is he there for before I can really decide if it's positive or negative. But overall, I think some people are wondering if maybe is there to maybe replace Lampard in the meantime if they do decide to sack Lampard. I don't know, but I think with Tuchel being available, I don't think Abramovich is going to go for Grant being a temporary manager unless he's unable to convince a manager to come in if he does sack Lampard. So I think that's about that. About Tomori going to AC Milan, well, I will be disappointed if he leaves permanently. He's a good
because
player.
based on the reports, we are in a loan with option to with obligation to buy.
Yes, I also saw that. So I'll be disappointed if he does leave permanently because he's young, he has potential, and the time when he played last season, he actually was very impressive till he hit a bit of a bump on the road. So a loan, right now he's not playing, so yes, a loan definitely does work well for him. And he really is part of the future. I mean, Rudiger does, even though Rudiger has played a few good games, it doesn't look like it's part of the next 3-4 years in the club. Silva has maybe one more year with Chelsea. I think his aim is to go to the 2022 World Cup, and I think after that he will likely retire. So I think the next few years Tomori definitely still has a chance. I even think he even has more of a chance of breaking into the team than Andreas Christensen. So yeah, I don't
My
think
problem
it's
is
very.
why is Christensen still playing? Why is he still playing? That is my problem.
Well, I don't know.
See,
I mean,
Fikayo Tomori made just one mistake and Lampard kicked him out of the team. Why?
it wasn't, well, to be fair, it wasn't one mistake, and then after a while he actually got injured last season. Then by the time he came back, the season was, I think he came back just when the season went on that COVID-19 break. Then when they came back, I mean, everything was so funny that whoever got chances to play played. But I think overall this season he has been unable to play mostly because of Zuma and Silva. They've had a very good partnership. And to be fair to Rudiger, the few times he has actually come in, he has done well. Christensen has been, let me say, very bad. I mean, the few games I remember him playing, I think against Liverpool, he got a red card. And okay, no, he didn't play against West Brom. Yeah, but overall, Christensen has not been very good. So Tomori should have gotten a few chances by now, but well, he hasn't. And there's no way. 5 centre backs is difficult to juggle that around. I mean, last season, one of the problems we complained about as fans was how Lampard kept changing the centre backs like every 2 games. That he should let 2 centre backs play for a long time. So we can't really blame Lampard again for starting just 2 or 3 centre backs overall and freezing one out. It's bound to happen. So yes, somebody going out on loan is very good. Going permanently, well, I won't really endorse that. Even though we have some young centre backs from I think Malangsa that is on loan. He's actually a
Obama,
very impressive player.
Yamamba, the guy from Barcelona.
From Barcelona, exactly. So, but I think overall, Rudiger, I don't really see him having a future in the club.
Because the report I'm hearing, the Rudiger last season will be after the end of the season. It's gonna be his last season in Chelsea. I believe he's gonna leave in the summer.
Exactly, me too. I believe so.
It now depends on which club is going in the summer. It depends, though.
So if he does leave the year after Silva leaves, that's two spaces open. But I do think Chelsea are going to sign one player to come in.
Yeah, I think I'm hearing
Upamecano. There's also I think this guy from Atletico Madrid, Jimenez.
Jose Jimenez.
Yeah. So
Jose Jimenez, the Atletico Madrid center back.
Exactly. So I guess we just have to see. But overall, I will be disappointed if Tomori does leave. But I think we still have like two young centre backs that are one is on loan, one just came back from injury that can fill the void. So I guess we just have to wait and see.
Okay. Let me come to Nyangi now. Nyangi, your thoughts on Fikayo Tomori to AC Milan?
Yeah. Well, it's a very young but into season expectedly because he's young, he's just growing. It's normal for them to make mistakes at that stage. It's left for the manager to guide them through, to bring them become the world-class players that they can become because someone like him has the potential to blossom into a very, very, very good centre back. Unfortunately, what did Lampard do after the injuries? When he came back, like this guy said, during the lockdown season, for one reason or the other, left to and to worsen the matter, Chelsea's defense was terrible throughout that period. So it wasn't like those that were playing were even better than him not playing. But for reasons best known to Lampard, he refused to play. I've always said if you don't get an opportunity to play, always go outside. Look for a better club to ply your trade. But the most important is wherever you are going, make sure you are playing, not to go and sit on the bench also. Now going to AC Milan, a step up, a very, very big step up. Why? Because AC Milan are back in form. They are no longer the AC Milan of 2-3 seasons ago. They are leading the league in Italy right now. They are doing very well this season. So he going into a club like that, playing around players that are hyped up, happy that they might possibly win the league. You have Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He has so much that he would learn if he goes to AC Milan. So definitely is a plus for me if he goes to AC Milan. On loan, should he go permanently? It's 50-50 for me.
The report said loan with obligation to buy. That's what the report said. Loan with obligation to buy.
That's where I'm going. If Chelsea would have to sell it, then I think they should put the buyback clause in there, not just let him go like that. Put the buyback clause. Now, here's my reason. Here's the thing. The truth is, how many of the players that Chelsea have made to go on loan really do come back and cement place in the Chelsea team? Chelsea is a club that is known to buy players.
I know. Yeah, that's the issue.
If Rudiger goes, he will most likely get another top class defender. So there's no guarantee that he would even come back and play for the team. We know so many players that we thought would play in the Chelsea team, and we said they should go on loan, and they never came back to the team again.
Yeah.
So for me, like I said, so that we do not be a loss, a total loss, or that one that we have to pay through our nose in some 2-3 years time, then put a buyback clause, an option of first refusal, so that if it blossoms into a very good defender, can always get him back.
Let me come to Lampard out now. I believe this is loan too, right? Let me come to the Lampard out guys now. So, your take on Fikayo Tomori going to AC Milan? Do you think is a wise move, or do you think Chelsea are making mistake letting Fika Tomago. When we know that we have a Class A break in Andreas Christensen that needs to leave the club with immediate effect. So do you think Tomago going is a bad business for Chelsea, or do you think it's time for him to go? He needs to have that experience. Are you there? Oh, okay. I think he left. Oh, okay. So let me come to this now. Yes. I want to put it out. I think we've said it again, and I need to have my say on it. I said it, and I will repeat it again. Okay, let me say, if Lampard gets sacked now, do you see any other manager coming in and playing Mason Mount in the team, or what formation will you play via a manager that comes in apart from Frank Lampard? Do you see them playing any other formation without Mason Mount?
Well, I'm of the opinion that Mason Mount will forever be relevant in a Chelsea team, and it will be relevant in most teams in the world. Because a lot of managers actually, it might look controversial, but a lot of managers actually appreciate a player that can run for at least like 80 minutes of the game and rarely gets injured. It's like a combo that most managers always love to have. So I don't know if I'm to set a formation for Chelsea, 4-2-3-1 would always be my first pick. But the issue with 4-2-3-1 that Lampard has always faced is the two in the midfield. It has never been right.
No
Never
Mason
been
Mount.
right.
Will
No,
you play
not
Mason
even
Mount?
Mason Mount. Even with I don't know. I don't think he has ever tried Mason Mount as one of the like center defensive midfielders, like in a pivot. I can't remember him ever doing that. But well, I don't know. That's too deep for Mason Mount, and I don't think his defensive awareness is great enough to play as a defensive midfielder. He's good at pressing, running around, but having to stay in a fixed position and just mark his zone, I don't think he's very good at that. And that's the problem we've had with a pivot. Kante also does like Mount. He runs around. He doesn't stay in one place. So when you have two defenders, two center midfielders like that, you actually need one person that will actually stay in a fixed position and control, cut out passing lanes. And that's what we've always been missing. Kovacic can't do that. Jorginho is too physically, let me say, weak to manage being a center midfielder. I think Billy Gilmore, people are wondering maybe Lampard should try Billy Gilmore and Kante as a pivot. We are yet to see what will happen from that. And that's why the name Declan Rice continues to pop up for Chelsea. Like, Chelsea wants to sign Declan Rice because the verdict is that he can be the second midfielder that will actually sit back, drop back with the centre backs and protect the defense in a 4-2-3-1. So in the absence of that, I think even I am going to stick with a 4-3-3 formation, and in a 4-3-3 formation, it's difficult to write off using Mason Mount. It's just too important in the gameplay, the pressing. And actually, if you look at statistics, it's actually very good. He creates chances. His dribbling is okay. He scores goals. He gets assists. His set piece game has improved. So I don't know. There are a lot of controversy about him, like Lampard always plays him, but he's a very good player.
I don't have issues with Mason Mount, but my problem with Mason Mount with Lampard is you keep playing him way too much. It needs the rest. You can't be playing players way too much. The guy will understand that he's gonna get burn out.
That thing is an anomaly, and I don't know. It suddenly just became a thing recently. Frank Lampard himself played, I think, 160 consecutive Premier League games. He played, and during that time, he would have played in Champions League. I think maybe probably just got a few rests here and there, maybe Carabao Cup, then Carling Cup. So players playing and being burnt out is just something that became a thing recently, and I think I blame it on the culture where players get overprotected physically. 10-15 years ago, players played like 50 games in a season, and nobody bat an eyelid. So I don't know, people take it too much when they start talking about, you're overplaying this player. No, if he's physically fit enough to play for that long, then there's no problem. The issue I can have is if Lampard is playing him when he's off form or when he really looks jaded on the pitch. But I would say most of the time, it's rare before you see Mason Mount looking tired on the pitch. So I just find it funny when people mention that you are playing him too much, you're playing him too much. Cristiano Ronaldo plays almost like 50 games a season and is like 10 years older than Mason Mount. but because he's the star in his team and he scored a lot of goals, nobody talk about it. If Mason Mount was someone that scores maybe like 20-25 goals a season, nobody's going to say that, oh no, they are playing him too much. You hear Manchester United fans talking about Solskjaer playing Bruno Fernandes too much. You don't hear Liverpool fans talking about Klopp playing Salah too much. And
I think
Salah they play
can
up to like 40-50 games. So it's
I
just
can
the
repeat that
anomaly.
because Mhm. I can repeat that because Bruno Fernandes is the creator of Man United, and when you see him play, you know.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is the what I'm saying that the anomaly comes that people wonder that people look for some specific attributes and wonder, oh, Mason Mount is not providing it, so he should not be playing as much. They wonder, oh, maybe some people say that he's not scoring as much, someone that is not getting enough assists, so they wonder, oh, someone else should get the chance. But had it been that's why I brought Ronaldo as an example, that Ronaldo scores a lot of goals, so nobody wonders that, oh, why is he playing so much? Nobody questions that, oh no, they are playing too much, he will get tired. So I didn't mean Mason Mount was also a player that is getting like maybe 20 goals and like 15 assists per season. Nobody will wonder that. So, but you should look at his own attributes. What does he bring to the team? And what he brings to the team is very important. He's a center midfielder. He plays well. He presses. He creates good chances. He's good with set pieces. Frankly, unless he's tired, the issue, if you want to say that he shouldn't be playing because maybe he's not playing well, that's a different scenario entirely. And I say, oh, you don't like his gameplay. Hey, that's it. But saying that he should not just be playing because he's getting too much minutes, I don't feel that's a good excuse. Look for something else to complain about. So at least I'm talking about people that complain about that excuse. But that excuse doesn't just ring true to me because a lot of players play the same amount of games that he plays, and nobody bats an eyelid about that.
Does anybody have a repeater to that or no?
So
Niangi outside.
I just rejoined. What was it discussing? I'm sorry.
I was like Mason Mount. If other manager comes in, do you see them play Mason Mount or like playing them week in and week out the way Lampard is playing him, or do you see other manager like bring them from the bench?
He's going to play. Mason Mount is going to start, if not all games, because you see, Mason Mount is kind of instrumental and then is industrious. That's why a lot of managers will want to use him. Any manager that comes to best, apart from Kante, I'll pick Mason Mount ahead of any other person because it's good offensively, it's good defensively, and then I think he's going to start. That is just it. He's going to start almost every game, unless he's injured or he really needs to maybe fatigue or something. And then, but on everything being equal, Mr. Mount is going to start under any manager that comes to Chelsea. With this current Chelsea squad, he's going to start.
Wow.
So that is it.
I don't know. Until now, I still don't know why a section of Chelsea fans criticize Mason Mount. Mason Mount is a kid, you know. He's a player. He may not be as talented as whoever, but he's a player that whenever he is on the pitch, every time he's always ready to go. He gives his best for the team, and in my opinion, he's an integral part of the team. Even Lampard aside, Lampard is not playing him because he's his son. You know, I personally see what he brings to the team. So I agree with the person that said playing him whenever he's available. But I also, to an extent, expect him to be rested. He's a young guy. It wouldn't be nice to burn him out at this point. So that's it. But I don't know
Let me quickly say something.
Because there is a comment.
Hold on. Hello.
Damian made.
Hello.
Damian said, if Havertz is playing bad, why do we keep playing him? Why does Lampard keep playing him? And I asked that same question. I seem to be the only Chelsea fan that still does not rate the guy or hasn't seen anything special about the guy.
Let offside finish. Let her finish.
Yeah,
offside
I'm
finish.
done.
Okay.
I'm just talking about Kai Havertz. I seem to be the only person that hasn't seen what the buzz about him is about. Like, he doesn't give passes like Ozil. He's not.
No. Offside. He's been playing very well though. He's been playing very well recently. So I can't just. He's been playing very well recently.
No. What offside said is actually true. Yeah, he's not giving pass like Ozil. Yes, definitely. Offside, continue. That's the truth.
It's not Ozil. It's Havertz.
I don't know whether that's supposed to be sarcastic.
I like Havertz. When are they doing that?
No, I like Havertz, but yes, it's just
the
like
guy is just there. He's just a
Yeah, it's
player
just there.
hitting the 11,
So far, so
11 man
good.
squad. I've not seen anything.
It's just there.
I've not seen what it is that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are certain players, especially midfielders or forwards, attacking midfielders, or that you say, okay, if this is what you want to do in the side, if you want to be defensive, you know that this is what this player is coming to do. If you want a player that will mop up the ball, protect defense, this is what. If you want a player that will create goals, create opportunities or give passes, break down the position, this is what this player will do. I still can't say, okay, this exactly is what Kai brings to the side. Specifically something that he does, especially for the amount of money he was bought for. His services was bought for, actually. I still haven't seen it. Last game he was just okay, he was decent, but the opposition we played was a very lowly side. So it's not enough. When someone says, okay, Lampard wants to use that game to rate or to analyze how good his so and so players are, it's not a good game to use to analyze the players, because that's not the level you want to be at, right? So he's not an Ozil that you say, okay, he can give great passes. He's not a Fabregas. He's not a Conte. So he's not a Hazard. I still don't know what exactly he does. Exactly the side.
Offside. Don't slate my Kai
It
Havertz,
reminds me of
please.
Bakayoko, to be honest.
What? No.
Fortunately,
There's
he's
level.
not.
There's level. There's level. No, offside. No talk that. No.
No,
No.
He reminds me of that now.
No. Yeah, no.
I mean,
No.
reminds
Stop
me of
that. No.
wait,
Bakayoko in the sense that once he's holding
Ma,
the ball,
No.
he'll lose the ball or he'll fall down.
Kai Havertz is have you seen this guy play? No. You can't just say someone is Baka.
Kai Havertz in Chelsea jersey, you're not Kai Havertz in Germany.
No. Kai Havertz in just Lampard is making him look ass. That's what I can say. Lampard is not playing.
how is that Lampard's fault again?
It's Lampard's fault.
Making incomplete passes is Lampard's fault.
It's Lampard's fault because Lampard is not playing very well. That's for me.
That
It's
is
not like
sentiment. This is would see. There's nothing. It's just sentiment and emotions. Lampard has no effect on. See, it's not Lampard's fault. The way Havertz is playing, and then I think the hype on him was much. That is the reason. A lot of people were expecting more than this basic thing that is giving us, and I don't know. As time goes on, it may live up to the expectations that we are expecting. But
my guy will live up to expectation. My guy will do that. Making I know what he's
I don't
coming
know.
back.
Then
Coming back.
maybe till then, but
He's
currently,
coming back.
You know what? You know what it reminds me of? Our biggest and most expensive players, Chelsea's biggest and most expensive players, tend to end up being flops. I'm sorry to say. I'm not.
Havertz for me is.
Wait now. We're analyzing based on what it is, what we've seen so far. We're not talking about potential now.
Okay.
Remember when Torres came, record signing, this, that. Kepa Arrizabalaga recently, record signing. Shevchenko at the time. These are, I don't know whether I'll say it's the pressure, it's so much and all that, but he just hasn't delivered. Even if you say he's a young player, the squad is literally made up of young players.
Exactly.
Maybe some of it are Lampard, but the bulk of what
Yep. But guys, we slating Kai Havertz way too much. The guy's gonna come out good. I just like I don't. When offside was comparing to
Let me come
Baka,
in. What is offside saying? What is offside saying? Why are you
He's
slating
comparing
Havertz like that? Come on.
Kai Havertz to Bakayoko.
Havertz
Nah.
no, relax,
Why would you even be comparing him with
Bakayoko
Ozil?
was not.
For crying out loud.
Bakayoko was not giving time to. Don't get that wrong. And Bakayoko played some brilliant games for Chelsea. So don't, as you are a fan of Havertz, I will defend Bakayoko too. Bakayoko was not giving time like that. Yeah, so like
Bakayoko played one full season now.
No, as a starter.
Bakayoko played games for Chelsea now.
Is he as a starter? That Bakayoko was not a real starter at Chelsea.
How many games has Kai Havertz played? How old is Kai Havertz?
I'm saying
Let's even
Havertz is 21.
No,
it's
how
21.
old is Kai Havertz?
It's 21.
21.
21. How old is Bakayoko? Bakayoko is 24. When we bought him, so it's not like 3 years. So don't play that age factor. And age factor was take away age factor. Why
You
are
can't
you
take away
playing
age
age?
factor. No, you can't take away age factor. And under 21, there's a reason why even in their awards they put them separately. They put under 21 separately from the main team. You can't be comparing a 24-year-old with a 21-year-old. They are not the same thing.
Go on.
This is a fragile player. Bakayoko is even muscular. This is a fragile player.
How
His first
does
season in the league. Come on, you guys should cut him some slack.
I'm cutting him? With your,
Offside, I am getting angry because offside is complaining.
See, I'm
Kai
not
Havertz to
saying
Baka.
I'm
No,
not
no,
trying
no,
to
we are
cancel
stating the obvious.
I'm not
We're stating
accepting
the
that.
obvious.
I'm not accepting that. No, no,
Wait.
no.
I
Yeah.
think one thing we should look at is
end up being a flop.
Mm.
I'm just analyzing what he has given us so far.
I
So you
know,
will not
but this guy
carry
will.
me a hater. I'm not a hater. Eh?
I know, but no.
I mean,
Bakayoko is that
so
is.
far nothing. I've not
Mhm.
seen that thing yet. See,
Is that? I beg, don't compare Kai Havertz to Bakayoko. There's potential, but there's a difference between both of them.
because
There's a difference.
because I
Initially,
am
she
fond. I
initially
see this
mentioned
thing
Ozil.
Chelsea fans are fond of doing.
Ozil is,
They'll put out
Ozil is over 30. Ozil is over 30.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's 10 years ago. That's over 10 years ago. Where was Ozil playing 10
Exactly.
years ago?
He was
Where
playing
was he? Real
for
Madrid.
Real Madrid. He was playing for Real Madrid under Jose.
He wasn't. Can you imagine? And you're comparing him with a young boy that just coming to the league for the first time. Come on, cut the guy some slack. Give him a
What?
Too
season
early,
or
I
too
two
don't
early.
before you
understand
can
what you're
start
saying. How old
criticizing
was
him.
Ozil 10 years ago? Sorry.
Ozil was 20 under Jose. I think it was 23 or 24 then. I believe
No,
so.
he
If
was
I'm not
younger than
mistaken.
that. I think he was younger than
No, I
that.
think it was 23, 24. It was 23, 24.
No.
When he was on Real Madrid, can someone
Ozil
check
is
that?
33, 34 now. Yes.
No, when he was
Yes,
playing
now.
for Real Madrid under Jose, when he was under Jose in Real Madrid.
So wait, I don't understand what's
Ozil was
Yankee
22 in
said.
Ozil
That
went to Madrid when he was
I'm
22.
comparing him
I
to.
think he spent 3 years
I'm
there, then he
comparing. I'm
left when he was like
comparing
24,
Havertz
25.
to this guy.
Ozil joined Arsenal, I think 2013.
Yeah.
2013, yes, or
How
2012.
old was he
So,
when he was in Real Madrid?
so if he's 34 now, then he
He
should be
joined
27 when he joined
was
Arsenal.
22 when he joined.
22 when he
I
joined
don't.
Real Madrid, right?
It's
When he
not
joined
even
Real Madrid,
about
yes.
age. Okay, it's not even about comparing him to this or that. The point basically is okay. He did what he did in Germany. In England, I've not seen it yet. I'm not saying automatically that makes him a bad player. If you want to talk about Ozil, you're talking about. I basically said I don't see, at least even from when Ozil was younger, we could see this was what he was about, right? Now,
Mhm.
the
No,
same
not
thing
his
you talk
first
about
season. Not his
Fabregas.
first season.
Even
No,
when 10
not
years
his
ago,
first season
when
in
you talk
Madrid.
about Fabregas, when Fabregas was young at Arsenal, you could see what he was about. I have said again, as I said earlier, I'm not
Fabregas
saying
at
he's
Arsenal
about
grew through the ranks. Fabregas grew through the ranks. You can't compare him now. He grew through the ranks. This is a new player
How?
coming in. All I'm saying is give him
Miyangi.
time. Give him
I'm not,
We
time.
are
are
The
you
people you are
sure.
I'm
you
not,
don't you
I'm
don't
not
use
writing, I'm not
use
writing
the
him off.
analysis.
Are
Guys,
you
hold on.
listening to me? Are you
Let
listening to me?
me come to
I'm not
offside,
writing him
then
off.
Niangi.
I haven't
Okay.
said he's a flop. I am not writing him off. I'm literally analyzing his performance so far, and I said I've not seen. It's as simple as that. If you're
Mm-hmm.
analyzing something at this point, it doesn't mean that you're writing the thing off and throwing it away with throwing the baby away with the bathwater, or however it is they put it. I'm basically saying so far, I've not seen what it is. Whether it has to do with it being the Premier League and Premier League being more difficult
I
for
think the
him,
Premier League
I
is
don't know what it is. It's simply put, I've not seen what it is about him in Chelsea jersey. Simple. It doesn't mean he
Yeah.
may not go to Real Madrid tomorrow and put out a good performance or become a legend at the club. Basically, what it is now is what I'm saying. Whether it's in his head or in his ability,
So
I have no idea.
okay, I get you. But what I'm trying to say is we should not be too fast to judge these players. This was the same way we didn't see anything in Salah and we let him go. This was the same way we didn't see anything in De Bruyne and we
It
let
is
him
not
go. This
judging.
was the
It
same
is
way we didn't see
analyzing
anything in.
performance
No,
so
no,
far.
no.
It's
Bro,
the same
relax.
thing we are saying.
No,
It's
no,
the same
no,
thing
no,
we
no,
are
no, no,
When Salah
saying.
no.
was at
It's the
Guys,
same
Chelsea,
thing we are saying.
guys,
we
please,
as
Wait,
please,
wait,
Chelsea
wait.
fans,
guys,
we're not happy with
guys,
what
hold on,
Salah
guys,
was
hold on.
doing. It doesn't mean the guy
Offside.
was
Hold on.
or
Offside,
he's
hold on.
gonna be a flop.
It's a different scenario with this when you Albert and them De Bruyne Salah issue is a different case. So Salah issue, there were a lot of wingers at Chelsea. He did not get playing time and he left. De
Yeah.
Bruyne also. Albert is a different case. It's not De Bruyne very first game for Chelsea, he played very well. De Bruyne was playing very well, but there were a lot of options, and then he was not the
Quadrado,
manager favorite, so
Quadrado.
he
Yeah.
left. Yeah, we had Quadrado, we had Makumarin, then we had Willian, Hazard,
What happened
Mata,
to
Oscar.
Quadrado too?
Quadrado left. Too much of options also.
He
And
was
Quadrado is
playing.
the kind of
It's the same thing now. We have too many options.
we don't have too many options. We don't have a typical 10.
We
Only
have.
Havertz. Havertz is not playing up to expectation. It's different from
When Havertz
there are a
was
lot of
injured,
players.
that was when Chelsea went. When Havertz was injured, was when Chelsea went 13 games unbeaten, and that was our best period so far.
When Havertz was a
No,
And
I
you
think
had
when
the
he has
virus.
COVID. No, when he has COVID.
Yes.
you are even
When he has
using
Yes.
your point to counter your stand, because
What
I
I'm
don't
trying
know
to
why you
tell
are
you is
telling
we
me
should be
this.
careful of the things. We should be careful not to over analyze this kind of things.
We are not over analyzing anything, but we are just stating the obvious. And so far as far as I'm concerned, he has not lived up to the expectation. And then even before signing him, I was not expecting big. When I say he has not lived up to expectation for you guys, because this is the award I was even expecting. Because I did not see anything that is really, really as special as that is going to add. That is the truth. I was looking forward to Ziyech and Werner. Havertz is not like another Mason Mount that is Mason Mount's caliber. So it's not like one 5-star player. I would just say like 4-star player. So it's he has not lived up to expectation to you guys. So that is the thing. And it's different from De Bruyne. De Bruyne, when he came, De Bruyne was playing well.
No.
but we
When
had a
the
lot of
Bruyne came
options.
in, we have Oscar. There was Hazard. There was Mo Salah.
Good.
There was
That's
a
what
lot
I
of
was saying.
Yeah, there
We
were
had
too
a
many
lot of
options for
options.
stay. There were too many
That
options
is
for stay to decide.
I think
There were too many.
Makumarin was at Chelsea then.
Yeah,
We had
exactly.
these young players. Then I think Lucas Piazon was even at Chelsea. He had not gone for loan. They
Exactly.
were lots, like really, really, really low. And then I think Mourinho was the coach then. De Bruyne was
Ose
not
was there.
Mourinho.
Ose.
De
Yeah,
Bruyne was
Ose.
not Mourinho favorite. So I think Mourinho like Oscar and then Hazard. So that is the reason why De Bruyne left. I think he left on loan to Wolfsburg. Is it Wolfsburg?
Yeah,
And then
Wolfsburg. Then he came back to Man
he
City.
didn't
Yeah,
come.
was well.
Then
Then he
and
came
Salah
back to
too
Man
left.
City.
Salah left not on loan, but Salah left, and then because of he was not getting game time also. Guy was not. I think his first goal was against Arsenal. He came he came in for Chelsea. Salah was not getting game time, so it's a different case with this Havertz. Havertz is getting game time, but he's not playing well as expected. So it's different.
No,
Don't put that De Bruyne case in the
So
in a
let me
different
come to offside now. Oh, what thought has gone? I wanted that to preview the
Wait,
what's
wait,
called.
wait. Can I just say something about Havertz?
Go ahead, go for it.
I think the problem with Havertz is how much expectations the Chelsea fans have
Exactly.
compared
That is.
to what is delivering.
Thank you, thank you so much.
If
I wanted to.
if you look
That's
at
my.
if you actually analyze it, apart from the Premier League where people focus on, overall in 22 games this season, he has had 11 goals and assists. Sure, we can argue that like half of them came from League Two sides or whatever. But then if you compare it to someone
Doesn't
like
matter.
Donny van der Beek, that's what I'm saying. Compare it to like Van der Beek
Exactly.
that is Manchester United. He has played
Exactly.
2 games against lower league side without a goal and assist.
Exactly.
So the problem is that how much were Chelsea fans expecting from Havertz compared to what is he delivering? Not everybody. I think I said it to one. I think maybe 2 or 3. The last time I was here, maybe 2 or 3 times. I was saying that not every player will come to the Premier League and be like Bruno Fernandes. The guy is an anomaly. Hate him or like him, you have to be impressed by how he has settled into the Premier League. No, I will almost say in the past decade, I've not seen a player that settled so easily into the Premier League. Not even Kun Aguero, not even Eden Hazard. So we can't expect people. I think that was the problem. When we signed him, people already imagining just how great he's going to be, and it won't easily be like that. It will be very difficult. The Premier
Thank
League
you. That
is
is
a
what I'm
totally
trying to say.
different
That
ball game. The style of
now
play is
you're coming
different,
to my
and
point.
so
It's
you have to
different.
look at it that what are we expecting from him now? And if you are really expecting him to if you are expecting that in his first season he should score like 20 goals and have like 15 assists, I'm going to tell you that is very almost impossible. Few players can drop
wait,
that kind of number in the Premier League at the age of
Thank you.
21.
That's what
Very
I've been
few
trying
players
to
can
tell
do
them
that.
since.
yeah,
You don't just
And
want
right now,
they
this
just want him to come and start banging in goals. He's not an out and out striker. You don't expect something like that
so
from him.
and
no.
the last thing I want to say is that we are just halfway into the season. If he has contributed 11 goals halfway through the season, if he keeps that up, that means he can potentially contribute 20 to 25 goals in his first season. And I think that is very impressive. Even if he doesn't get up to 20, even if he doesn't get up to 20, if he gets just 20 goals contribution in his first season, that is very impressive. Because I will tell you that Frank Lampard in his first season as Chelsea, even though he's an Englishman who has played in the Premier League for like 3 years before that, he didn't get 20 goals contribution.
Wait. Can I talk?
Yes.
When you sign a player for 70 million or 72 million, you are expecting him to bring some kind of thing to the club. Yeah, wait, exercise patience.
Yeah,
Exercise
continue. Yeah,
patience.
I'm listening.
Good. And Chelsea last season, we lacked players that are creative, and then we bought Havertz. As I said earlier, I was not expecting one mad miracle this season from Havertz. But when you sign a player for that amount, one, and then the reason why we signed Havertz, you see, the reason why we signed Thiago Silva is for defensive duties, and then we saw that we had some defensive errors and everything. Then we brought in Thiago Silva. He came and then he fixed some issues, and then he fixed a lot of issues, and then the confidence in the defense too was there. And then the reason why we brought in Havertz is to for creating chances, and then it has we are lacking this last season, and we brought him at a huge amount. So a lot of people will be expecting a tangible thing from him. They want an instant impact from him. So if he's not living up to that expectation, I do not blame those that are raising eyebrows. Though as time goes on, it's going to get better. He's a talented player, and from the onset, I was expecting this kind of performance because I know how it can be. And then I forget about playing in the Premier League. Havertz himself said it, that there is just a few difference between Bundesliga and then Premier League. He said the difference is just very slight. He said the difference between Premier League and the Bundesliga is just that the intensity, that they play faster in the Premier League than, but the muscular, the
physicality,
he said that is in the Bundesliga too. So that one is even out of it. But changing leagues also affects players. True, but as time goes on, it's going to develop. I still believe in him. I believe in him. But so far, so good. He has not been. And then this guy was saying, if you finish the season on then 20, it's very impressive. It's not very impressive. It's impressive because if you are looking at the opponent it's going against, if you want to be sincere with ourselves, let's be sincere. If you are going to be sincere with ourselves, I can just count like those two games apart from buying the Barnsley game. I can just count like two games.
There's nothing like sorry. There's nothing like being sincere. There, every game counts in football. You cannot say let's be sincere with every game counts. If Morecambe defeated Chelsea yesterday, Chelsea will be out of the FA Cup. So if people should not take one game to be let's keep the game aside. He has 11 goal contributions. He has 11 goal contributions.
That is what I'm saying.
Season.
That if you are
Ronaldo over 100 goals. He didn't score everything against Barcelona alone.
No, you are getting this wrong. It's not as if I'm saying, okay, Anjorin played. Maybe Anjorin played against.
What you just said is if he ends the season with 20 goals, that 20 goal contribution, that means he hasn't done well. That he just done as ordinary.
He said he has done exceptionally well.
Very impressive, like some exceptional stuff. And I'm telling you, it's not exceptional. Because if you are considering,
how many players do 20 in a season? No.
Calm
Answer
down.
me. How many
Can
players
you
do 20 in a season?
calm down? Can you
Let's start from
will
there.
you hear me
How
out?
many do 20
Calm
in a
down.
season?
Calm
I
down.
like this. I like this. Go on, don't stop.
Let him
Wait.
finish. Let him
At
finish.
least
Let him
I'm not
finish.
part of it.
Good.
No, now
As
before
I
you
was
say something
saying,
is not extraordinary, if something is extraordinary, there are very few people who can do it. So tell me the number of people who
there
do
are
20
a
goal
lot of
contribution in a season.
there
How
are a lot
many?
of players
How
that do
many?
that.
In
Even
the English
Willian
Premier
last
League.
season did.
Last season, how many
Willian
people?
last season. Willian even did more
Who?
than 20 goal contribution. Willian last season. Even in the Premier League alone, I think Willian had more than 10 goals in Premier League. Premier League alone, he had more than 20 goal contribution. So calm down that and then
So a Willian that has been playing in Chelsea for 8 seasons. A Willian that has been playing for 8 seasons.
Can you calm down?
A young
Will you calm down?
21-year-old boy.
Wait.
It's his first season.
You have not
How
gotten my
many goal
point.
contribution did Hazard do? How many goal contribution did Hazard do in his first season? How many goals did
Will you
Drogba
calm
do in his
down?
first season?
You
How
can't
many did
compare
Costa
Hazard.
in his first season?
You can't compare. Hazard is a club legend. You cannot compare that.
In his first season, in their first season. That's what I'm saying.
Apart from the goal contribution, are you comparing the output? The oh God. Wait, if you are even saying this, then calm down. No, exercise patience. You are just talking with sentiment. I'm talking based on facts. I say considering the level of opponents that we played against.
You cannot. That is not fact. You cannot tell me that considering the level of opponents.
Should I bring one reason why? Okay, if you say let me use Kovacic now. I said Kovacic played against Man City and he's playing in Premier League, and Join or Gilmore is playing against a low side. Okay, let me even give you this scenario. If you check Batshuayi goals and assist ratio at Chelsea, it's very low. Like when I say sorry, like the game, his goal ratio is, I think, it's higher than most of this striker. I'm not talking about Premier League ratio. I think overall, the reason is that the level of the clubs that is playing. If Batshuayi played in cup games, is almost scoring. If he's not scoring 2, he's scoring 1. He's doing assists. So are you telling me Batshuayi is one amazing striker? That's why I'm saying the level of opponents determine. If Havertz is scoring 5 goals against Barnsley, scoring against Luton, and you're telling me that is the criteria that you are going to rate him with, I'm sorry, that is not it. That's what I'm saying. If you are to be honest, we are not going to look deep into, because we did not buy Havertz to be a championship player. We bought Havertz to be a starter at Chelsea. So if you are telling me he scored, you are counting the goals that he scored against Barnsley, and that he had like 4 goals contribution against Barnsley alone, and you are counting that. I don't understand this thing.
I'm not to understand this.
That is why I'm saying to be sincere.
Bruno Fernandes scores penalties. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Bruno Fernandes scores penalties. Wait.
Penalties.
Calm down. Apart from the penalties,
don't separate.
Is the only
do
penalty?
Not separate it. He scores penalties.
Okay, I'm not saying
that was what he started. We all know about stat padding. We know about stat padding. So it is already part of the football. It's part of football. So you cannot use it to judge one person and not be removing it for another person. No. Football is football. In the FA Cup, it's not Chelsea that decided that they want to play more camp. It is not Chelsea that decided they want to play more camp or
Agreed with you.
He has got those goals.
I agree with you. But if you are talking about Bruno Fernandes, if you are not even looking at the penalties alone, if you check his effect on their games, is the chance created, is assist. Is he making assists from penalties? Is he creating chance for penalties? His overall gameplay, you can't complain. Why are you talking as if you just started watching ball? Bruno Fernandes' influence, if he's not even scoring, he's not even assisting, his influence on Man U is just, I don't know. It is different from about scoring against Barnsley. Batshuayi is scoring against Barnsley. Batshuayi is start padding against low-level team. Is that a criteria to judge Batshuayi? Will you tell me that Batshuayi is better than Tammy Brown?
No.
Is Batshuayi better than Tammy Brown? Well, we can check that.
Guys.
Do you think Erling Haaland has influence in Bayern Munich?
He only scores goals. And
Guys,
Haaland only scores goals in Dortmund. He doesn't do anything.
no,
He only scores
he
goals.
scores. He also scores in Salzburg too before he comes to Dortmund. So he's a proven
He
goal scorer.
scores goals. That is all he does. He scores
Wait,
goals.
before
Guys, one after the
can I
other.
quickly say just one
Guys,
last thing?
guys, one after the
Can I
other.
quickly say just one last thing? Just one last thing. You know, my first question was that what were we expecting from Avas compared to what are we getting? And I think it was Miyagi that mentioned like, oh, if you sign a player for I think 72 million, that you should expect a lot from him. But if you look at the trend of okay, that wasn't you. Okay, sorry, but someone said it. If you look at the trend of transfers, especially in the past 3-4 years, you should know that 72 million now is not so much money that you are going to say that, oh, you must expect someone that you buy for 72 million to come in and score like 30 goals. 72 million, look at it. I was just looking at the list of highest transfers, and Kayava's transfer to Chelsea is number 21 on the list. It is just over Zidane, who broke the transfer record. I think that was like maybe almost 2 decades ago at 46 million, or maybe 40, or maybe like around 40 something million. So this day 76, 71 or 72 million is I will say maybe the rate of inflation, the economy of football. It has changed the dynamics of what 72 million can get you. 72 million is not what you expect from someone. It's not the transfer fee you expect from someone to come in and immediately start scoring like 20 goals in a season.
Wait. Can you tell me? You said Havertz is 21 on the list. Can you mention the top 20 that did not live up to expectations, and then mention those players?
Example.
Calm down.
Okay.
Before you say something, when you are mentioning if you are mentioning the players, if you are mentioning
guys,
the
what's
players,
the argument first? Wait.
The argument the argument is they're talking about Kai Havertz. There was an argument between comparing because of the price tag and comparing him to like other signs and everything. Like, has it been a flop this year, or just about the physicality of the EPL? Because comparing it to the Bundesliga in Germany is kind of different than the EPL. So we're making some comparison about it.
So as I was saying, I said if you even mention any flop, that flop, the particular player that you're mentioning, the fans of the club that particular player was playing, they raised eyebrows. They were questioning the fact that, because if I say now, you can say Felix. Are you telling me
Felix?
Can you tell me in the first season of Felix, Atletico Madrid fans, they were raising eyebrows that this particular player you signed, is he going to live up to expectation? So if a Chelsea fan is raising eyebrow that as the price tag Havertz was bought for, if he's not playing up to that, and you are trying to tell me that those guys, they don't know what they are doing, I'm sorry. They know what, if you buy a player if you spend a huge amount of money on a player and he's not living up to expectation, you are bound to question the fact. And it's not even about the goals. It's the whole gameplay. Don't just tell me goals. The whole gameplay. You've seen us about playing some games that those 5-yard pass is finding it very difficult to do.
Guys, let's hand it off.
You now come and
let me quickly reply.
Let us hand it off.
Let me quickly reply. Initially, I've not said no one should criticize Havertz. I've not said you should not raise eyebrows. I've not said that. You are free to do that. Even I have criticized him. But what I'm saying is that what is the expectation versus what is the reality? Chelsea fans, when we wanted to sign Havertz, came in with too much expectations.
I need to be truthful. Yes, I need to be truthful.
And that is why it's a bitter pill.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yes.
Sorry to cut you off. For me, when I watched him in Bundesliga, I won't lie to you, I expected more from Kai Havertz just based on the way he was playing in Bundesliga. But when it came to EPL, then my expectation gets low because I was like, this guy is him. I even compared him to Zinedine of Real Madrid. That is how
I remember.
That is how I compare Kai Havertz.
See, the expectation versus reality. If you look at the trend, for example, you said I want to mention João Felix. Felix came in his first season. It wasn't very good. But that's what I'm
Mhm.
saying, that you shouldn't. The expectation
It
when
was
he came in
terrible. No,
based on
not
this
it wasn't
transfer
good.
fee,
It was
it
terrible.
was terrible. But when the Atletico Madrid fans started reducing the expectations on him, he started
Then he
improving.
started
That's what I'm saying.
performing.
That's why I've not said nobody should criticize Havertz. I'm just saying that
Mhm.
criticizing him on his first season is a bit premature. Philip
Exactly.
Coutinho
That's
is the
all I'm
third highest
saying.
transfer in the
We are
Premier
not
League. He's the
criticizing.
third highest transfer in the world. He hasn't
Mhm.
done that much compared to how much they signed him. He hasn't done as well for Barcelona.
Yep.
Antoine
Who?
Griezmann is the fifth. Philip Coutinho, his best season
Okay,
since he
yeah.
went to Barcelona was in Bayern Munich, and that was not
And of
even the
course,
whole season
Barcelona
wasn't even
players are
great.
criticizing him. If we decide to talk about
And
Griezmann,
that I'm saying, I started it
we'll
by saying that
criticize him
you
as well.
should not.
So
I'm saying that you should not criticize Griezmann. I'm not saying you should not criticize Havertz. I'm just saying that the way people are writing
The
him off
reality on
totally
ground
is
is
a
not
bit
don't
Nobody is
exactly
premature.
writing
as
him
if he
off
hasn't
totally.
done
Guys,
anything.
Nobody.
guys,
for me,
As if he
Nobody
hasn't
is
done
writing
Obadia,
him
I
let's
off
anything.
didn't
let's
expect
run
him
totally.
to play like this.
guys,
But I
easy,
didn't
easy,
expect
guys,
him to
easy.
play like this, certainly. Over to you, Abdul.
Exactly.
No, that's what I'm saying. That a lot of players that have gone for this transfer fee, a good number of them has had some of them have had abysmal first season, while some have
Mhm.
just had maybe average. So him having an average season, or maybe even something going towards low, let's say maybe on a
Decent.
scale of 1 to 5, if you give me like, hey, maybe a decent season, is not out of the realm of possibility, because on the list of the 20 players above him in the highest transfer list, I can name at least 4 to 5, even though a bit more, that have a below par first season. So expecting him to come in and be an anomaly to just bomb and take the Premier League by storm in his first season is not. It doesn't even follow the trend. So that's what I'm saying. Expectation versus reality. On the list, I can name Coutinho, I can name Joao Felix, Griezmann, Dembele, Pogba, Hazard, Harry Maguire,
There are plenty.
Pepe, Arrizabalaga. So you see, I've already named like 6 players. All these people, they have higher transfer fees than him, and a lot of them are even yet to find their feet. I think out of the list, you can only say maybe Joao Felix is and maybe Harry Maguire to some extent, even though he gets a lot of criticism. I think he's a above decent player. Maybe that's like maybe out of this I've mentioned, maybe like just 3 or 4, maybe like just 2 or 3 of them have finally found their feet and are now performing up to the expectations. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should not criticize him. Criticism is good, it's normal, it's expected, but you should compare how much the price tag. People
Expectation
could talk a lot
versus
about the price
reality.
tag, and I'm just saying the price tag overall, it give too much of a doesn't mean expect so much from the player, because
Mhm.
following the trend of a lot of players that have gone for even higher transfer fees, a good number of them don't hit the ground running immediately.
Because
It's
Yep.
just how it
if it's by
happens.
transfer, if it is by
Mhm.
transfer, then no ball should go past Arrizabalaga at all.
Exactly. If it's by transfer, Neymar should have won Ballon d'Or by now.
Oh, okay,
So
guys. I want us to finish up. I'm rounding up this Carava stuff and everything. Let me hear from Luntu hasn't spoken for a while. So Luntu, before we went to Carava, we're talking about Lampard. Call Lampard as a manager way forward. We also talk about Ava Grant coming in as a positive into the dressing room,
Bro,
the
man,
backroom staff, and also we're talking about if another manager comes in, does he play? Does Mason Mount have a start in the team, or does he go out? So before we even kind of land up about Kai Havertz, so your take on that?
bro. If I'm honest, like, I don't think another player actually, or manager plays Mason Mount, bro. I don't think so, honestly, because I just think that, even when Lampard started, his stint at Chelsea, bro. I just believe that, Mason Mount was his son, bro. Like the son he never had, 100%. And it kind of annoyed me, because it reminded me of the whole thing with Sorry with Jorginho as well. I mean, look, it's I just accepted it, bro, because I knew that Lampard was just gonna play him game after game after game after game after game. But if a manager like Tuchel comes in, bro, there's none of that bullshit happening. There's none of that bullshit happening if Tuchel comes in, bro. I think Mason Mount will be on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mason Mount will be on the bench, and yeah, bro, that's it. I'm hearing some talking in the background, bro. I don't know what it is.
Okay, but I can come at, can I have a disagreement? I'm saying, let me say, devil does okay. Thomas Tuchel comes in and he plays, he start
Bro,
Mason
it's
Mount
not in the
development.
background.
No, I think we're
I'm
talking. I
hearing
don't think.
myself, bro. I'm hearing myself. I'm hearing myself.
Oh, young. Is anybody hearing him
Bro,
at
just
the
ask,
background?
Bro, just
Yeah, I can
bro,
hear
just
you.
ask
Go. I can
everyone to
hear you,
mute
Abdullah.
themselves, bro.
We can hear you. Can hear you.
Just
I
ask
don't think.
bro, just ask everyone to mute themselves because I can hear
Okay, okay,
myself,
okay,
bro.
okay.
Like
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Everyone,
yeah,
please
that's
just
the
mute
thing.
yourself a little so we can be. Okay.
But bro, that's the thing, bro. And on the Havertz thing, me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I didn't want Havertz. I did not want him, bro. He was expensive. There was a lot of hype around him, bro. But see, the thing is about these players overseas, bro, when they come into
EPL.
the Premier League, the problem
Mm-hmm.
is that they have to get used to it, the physicality and everything around that. Bro. They always have to get used to the league, the physicality of the league, the speed of the league, and bro. Like whenever you see Havertz play, it's just bro, he's so lethargic. That's the thing. Like there's no energy, there's no motivation. He doesn't grasp the game by the balls, if you know what I mean. He just bro, he doesn't do that, and he doesn't look like an 80 million player or like whatever we bought him for. Whatever it was, I think the add-ons take it up to like 100, yeah, 100 million, bro. He's just not worth it, in my opinion. I did not want the guy. I said this tons of times. I did not want him. And it's not about scoring 20 goals. I heard the other dude saying it's about like scoring 20 goals and whatever it is. It's just he's all about assists. Like if you look at our midfield, everyone usually like does the same thing. Everyone there does the same thing. Birds, he's the creator. He's supposed to be the creator. Now, if you look at our midfield creativity there, then that's one of the big issues of why Lampard is actually struggling at the club. Because I mean, if you look at our midfield is decent, but like there's no one there who's gonna create. Big problem. So like, it's man. I'm just hoping for a new manager to come in and actually sort it out, bro. Because on top of that, Lampard has no tactics. He's just vibes. He's vibes, bro, and that's the truth. So I mean, I can't say anything else other than that.
Okay, your thought on Fikayo Tomori to AC Milan? Loan with option to like permanent deal to AC Milan. Is it a right move? Or it's just making that mistake of Kevin De Bruyne and Musala?
Bro, I think it's the right move for Tomori, bro. I mean, I don't think there's enough space for him in the squad. I think him going out on loan is actually good. Um, I mean, I don't know why Lampard hasn't really used him that much because, I'd expect him to just play at least like, once, maybe in the League Cup or something, or maybe come on, like, off the bench in the League Cup or something like that. I don't know what happened with him, bro, and Lampard, but I think it's a great move for him. I don't want us to sell him, though. I do not want us to sell him. I just want him to go out on loan maybe for 2 years or just for a year or something like that. But it's a good move for him. That's all.
Fair enough.
Anything
I
else?
think
Anything else? Anything else?
I think offside. Can you just kind of to round it up? Just give us a preview of the Fulham. Just round it up. Not to round
I,
up. I want that.
I wish I could
Don't
just
put me on
say
the spot. Don't put me on the spot. Don't.
But
I don't know why
Don't.
this thing that you're
Don't.
talking about. I mean,
I'm not talking
Lampard
about that
played.
Fulham match. Lampard is getting me angry already. I don't
Are
want to
you
talk
that
about it.
worried about Chelsea that you can't even
I'm
talk
not
about
worried about it. I'm
it?
worried about Lampard because he's gonna make some dumb
yeah,
decision he
just
doesn't
say
want to
something,
make.
man. Just say something quickly, man. Just say something.
Okay.
Listen, if Lampard loses or if he draws against Fulham, I think that's it, bro. I think he'll
If he
get
lose
sacked.
to Fulham, Roma will get
Bro,
crazy and pissed off
bro,
and just sack him.
draw or loss, bro. Draw or loss, I think he's getting sacked, bro. Because after that, bro, I don't think there's no like chance we actually gonna win against Leicester City. Because we play Leicester City after that game. There's no way we're winning that game, bro. I'm just gonna put it out there. There's no way. Whew.
Offside, just remind us up for the Fulham preview. Offside,
Oh,
you there?
me.
No. I'm talking about offside. I want that to round up about
Oh,
just. Oh, before she round up, I just want to bring out this topic before we go. Before we round up, I've been thinking of something recently, and I think I need to bring that to the fans. Let me come to Ace first. Do I say is a mistake in promoting Tammy Abraham to the first team, or should you have gone for Victor Osimhen of Napoli? Go for it.
Well, personally, I think I think also how much did Napoli sign Osimhen? Something around around 40 million or so.
No, I think it was like 80. Wasn't it like 80 or something like that? Or like 70?
Yeah, it was.
Wow, was that much? Okay,
Yeah, bro, it was that.
okay.
Yeah, it was 80. It
So,
was 80. Yeah.
so I don't know. I mean, signing a player for 80, signing a striker for 80 million compared to promoting an academy player that got 26 goals the season before. I think it's almost a no-brainer. I think promoting um Tammy Abraham is the better choice. Especially if you
I
compare
agree.
last season, they both played last season at Lille compared to Abraham at Chelsea. I think they both scored roughly the same amount of goals. I think Tammy had 18 goals overall. I think Osimhen had maybe like 19 or 20. So the difference is not so much between them that you justify spending something close to like 50, 70, 60 to 70 million on Osimhen. If you want
Okay,
to
let me
spend
put
that
it.
amount of money on a
Let me put it
striker,
this. Yes,
then
let me put
find
it this way
someone
for
better.
you. If I Chelsea now, who do you choose between? Who do you choose? Do you choose Victor Osimhen or do you choose Tammy Abraham? Better player, better goal scorer, or better. Who do you choose? Victor Osimhen or Tammy Abraham?
Personally, I would choose Tammy Abraham.
Why?
As I said, frankly, in my opinion, I don't see much of a difference in ability between them. The only difference you can say that I think people like to harp on is I think Osimhen is more physical than Tammy Abraham. I think
Mm-mm.
that is the only major difference I can see
It's not
between
even
them.
about physical. Victor Osimhen is a pure goal scorer than Tammy Abraham. And Victor Osimhen as a number 9, I would prefer Osimhen than Tammy Abraham for me because
I
as
don't
a
know.
defender, I don't want to.
I'm looking at Osimhen's statistics, and I think these last 2 seasons he scored 18 goals in one. He scored 20 goals in the other. Tammy Brown last season scored 18 goals. The season before, when was that? Like Atletico, Aston Villa, he scored 26.
Yeah, he was the highest goal scorer at Aston
So
Villa.
yeah, exactly. And he scored 26 at Aston Villa in English First Division, whereas Osimhen's 20 goals that 2 seasons ago came at Belgium. So as I said, overall, I'm not seeing much of a difference in ability between them. Osimhen has not scored so much goals compared to Tammy Abraham that you will say that, oh, Osimhen is clearly better. They are both around the same age, and despite them being both around the same age, Tammy actually has scored more goals than Osimhen. I think Osimhen has total career goals of around 40. Tammy is, I don't know, close to like maybe 70 or so by now. He has scored a lot of goals in different loans. He has almost every club that he has gone on loan to. He has actually been a main part of their team. So I don't know. As I said, overall, I'm not seeing a difference between Osimhen and Tammy Abraham. They are both. One is not younger than the other. You can't say one is more experienced in terms of ability. I've not seen that much. As I said, the only attribute I can clearly say Osimhen is better than Tammy is in terms of physical attributes. He's stronger.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to competing against defenders, is a bit better. He's far better than that. Apart from that, their overall ability is the same. In terms of potential, I think we have to just wait and see between both of them. I think you can say they both look like two players that can have a similar trajectory of career. Though Tammy
Okay.
seems to have a slight of an head start playing for Chelsea. I mean, when you play for a team like Chelsea, you have an head start in terms of where your career can go compared to even Napoli. So, but I think overall, there are not that much difference for you to say spending something like 70 million on Osimhen is a better deal than playing Tammy Abraham.
Okay, let me come to the angle now. Who do you choose, Tammy Abraham or Victor Osimhen, and why?
Straight up, Tammy Abraham. There's no debate about that.
Ah,
There's no debate about that. Tammy
why
Abraham.
Tammy Abraham? Give me a reason why Tammy Abraham.
I mean, we've just been arguing about one player coming from another league and the difficulty he's having. So you want to do
Okay.
that to another 80
Let me say
million
this. Let me say
player?
this way. If you have to switch Abraham to Napoli, Osimhen to Chelsea, with that, are you gonna be
I
okay with
still
that?
won't take it. I will still take Tammy.
Why?
I think most of us would take Tammy.
Why?
Tammy has been with. No, you need to understand these things. Tammy has been with this club. He has proven himself, even though he's still growing, he's still young. Osimhen coming into the league, he has to start again from scratch. Whether you like it or not, he has to start. he hasn't lived up to his expectation in Napoli too. It's not like he has done
It,
anything
no,
special
he's
at
been
Napoli.
injured. He's been injured. So you can't just. He's been injured recently.
Even before that, those you see, those are the things I'm talking about. He would come to England and he would need time to adapt. He would get injured. You know, all those things we keep accumulating, and the next thing we'll start saying is another flop again. Let's just stick with the one that we know already and is doing well. I mean, Abraham, any day, anytime.
Offside. Tammy Abraham, Victor Osimhen, and why?
I was going to be a little bit more diplomatic, but Miyanga just convinced me. I mean, why go through all the stress of bringing him and having to school him, nurture him and all that when you already have a Tammy Abraham that's in
But
all
we are not
honesty,
supposed to agree together.
Tammy Abraham that in all honesty has improved compared to last season. Last season, I remember he was always fond of falling over. They touch him one thing. He's not there yet, but I've seen,
I mean, he was
improvements.
decent last season, to be honest, especially at the start. He was very decent. He was actually very good.
Yeah, so beyond just scoring goals, I've seen improvements in his side, and I feel like he can only get better. He has always been a goal scoring number 9, even from his. I remember that was a time I think he scored the highest number of goals in a season for
In
a
the
Chelsea
championship.
player ever when he was in the academy. I think over 40 goals. Then himself and Dominic Solanke were competing. So I feel like when it comes to goals, he has never been
He
in
scored
doubt.
for Swansea
But
in the championship.
yeah, so but now he's improving and developing other sides of his game, and he's actually very young. Victor Osimhen, on the other hand, I mean, he's young, so but Miyagi,
Don't go there. Don't go there. Just continue.
No, I'm not going there. I'm just saying that he's young and he has been put through. No matter how we may want to beat about the bush, Tammy had a better upbringing in terms of academy. Doing things a professional way.
Football.
And if Victor Osimhen comes to the Premier League, it's going to take him a little while, to adjust to the way things are done. In the Premier League, you talk about injuries. Today is COVID. I think today he tested positive again for the second time in 10 days. All those things are things that may delay his performance, and we'll talk about a flop again. So,
Lonto, Osimhen or Abraham before I have my own say.
Yeah, I think everyone has pretty much said everything about it. I prefer Tammy Abraham 100%. And I think the thing Chelsea fans overlook a lot is Chelsea choosing players who actually know how it is to play for Chelsea, who know what it means and the mentality of it. Because you have a lot of these foreigners coming from, other countries, other leagues, who come to Chelsea and flop, like Kepa and all these other players that you have. And, I'm not saying Havertz is going to be a flop. I'm not saying he is, but I personally think that he's going to be a flop, in my opinion. But I mean, I look at Werner as well. I mean, you can't really say that Werner is a better striker than Tammy Abraham in the Premier League. In the Premier League, you can't really say that. I mean, Werner's missed like I don't know how many sitters he's missed. Like, it's man. Bro, I'll choose Tammy, man. I'll choose Tammy. I mean, I even said last year, I think it was. Can't really remember, but last year I said that Tammy Abraham is actually better than Werner, and then everyone actually went at me on Twitter. So it was a big call, but like you can't really say that Werner is currently better than Tammy Abraham right now.
Fair enough, but I think I'm gonna side my man Victor Osimhen. I'm not racist on Tammy Abraham, and I'm not like.
Bro, the thing is, he needs service, bro. Tammy needs service. I think last year, he got a lot of service, and you saw what he did with it, bro. And the thing is, if he had Werner's one-on-ones, he'd finish them. Maybe he'd missed like two. Maybe he'd missed like two of them, but he wouldn't miss all of them. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yep. For me, I think I will go for Victor Osimhen than Tammy Abraham for me. As a Chelsea fans, Tammy Abraham cannot score with an head. I'm taking that of the equation. Get out. No. I don't. No.
He just needs to practice, bro. He needs to practice.
I'm getting pissed. I'm getting pissed off because I can't have a striker who can score from with his head. People are comparing him to Drogba. Drogba can score goals with an head. No, I'm not having an argument. No, I am going with Victor Osimhen because Victor Osimhen will give me everything I want in a striker. Goal scoring, giving the defender problem. Like, Abraham play with flair. How can I call a striker who play with play who doesn't even give a defender pressure?
For
Osimhen
70
playing, I can
million.
say I'm not. No. Osimhen playing, I'm like no. I don't want to face the guy. I'm afraid of playing. Osimhen's like when you have pick Aguero in Man City. That's Victor Osimhen for you. Shooting, goal scoring, he has everything. Goal sense, he has all the attributes. But Tammy Abraham, give him corner kick, give him. It doesn't even. He can't even score with an head. No. I'm not having that argument. No.
But
Abdullah,
still, at the end
are
of
you
the
about to
day,
convince me?
but still,
Seems
at the
like
end
Nah.
you're
of the
about to
day,
convince me as well.
but no. But whatever you want to say, maybe Tammy can score with his head. At the end of the day, Tammy, their numbers in terms of goals is similar.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the difference? What is we are saying? You're talking as if Osimhen, you are taking one attribute that Osimhen has over Tammy, and you are using it to judge. But
I'm
overall,
not.
when you compare their attribute, no, you
What
are saying
he's
it the whole
doing,
that
he's
you can't
not
have a
just
striker
looking
that can't
about
score with his
looking
head.
at the goal.
No,
He's not just looking at the
that was
goal.
his main
Yes.
argument. He literally said is that he doesn't want a striker that can score with his head. But
This
if you
head,
actually
yes.
look at their gameplay, Tammy is actually
Mhm.
more technical than Osimhen. He's better, especially in his build-up play, especially this season, is better than Osimhen. And overall, if you
Yeah.
take the total aggregate of the
Mhm.
attributes for a
Mhm.
striker, where it ends up is how many goals do they score? And as I've said,
Mhm.
they score a similar amount of goals. So the fact that if you say that Tammy or Osimhen can score more goals with his head than Tammy, it simply means Tammy can score more goals with his leg than Osimhen. So at the end of the day, it
No,
balances each other out.
see,
So what is the point?
where the argument. This is where the argument lies. This is where the argument lies.
You
As a striker, if you look at when Drogba was played, they picked Drogba when he was playing in Chelsea. No defender in Europe and in EPL wants to face Drogba. You know when you face him, it's game over for you. You know you don't have a chance. It's game over. As a defender, when Drogba is in peak, I don't want to face Drogba because I know I am done. As a defender, I am heading, chesting, goal
so wait.
scoring. Drogba has it.
Are you trying to say Osimhen is currently a striker that no defender in Europe wants to face?
No, I said Osimhen
So
in terms of goal scoring, one-on-one, 1v1, as a defender. I don't want to face Osimhen. I would rather face Tammy Abraham than facing Osimhen.
maybe
Me.
you, but if you match up Osimhen against Van Dijk will welcome facing Osimhen any day, anytime.
Well,
Match him up
I think
against
I'm
Ramos,
gonna have an
Ramos will
argument.
happily
I'm gonna have
face
this
him.
argument of
Even
Osimhen one day.
go back
Osimhen for
to
me.
Drogba's time.
Osimhen for me.
Go back to
Osimhen.
look at it. Go back to Didier Drogba's time. The defenders in Drogba's time, they will welcome facing Osimhen. So Osimhen is a good player. He can be a very good player in future, but currently is not so great that I will pick Tammy Abraham over him. His attributes, the attributes that he has advantage over Tammy also has his own attributes where he has advantages over Osimhen. And when you look at the sum aggregates of the attributes, they are practically similar. And the fact that I just look at it and I saw that Abraham, I think, a year older than Osimhen. But despite that, he has scored almost 40.
Abraham is
He has
20, I think 24, 23.
23.
Osimhen is 21. Osimhen is 21. Osimhen is 21. But yeah, everybody have their opinion. But for me, I think I'm gonna go for. I'm still gonna stick with Victor Osimhen because I have watched Osimhen play and I've watched Tammy play. I can compare both of them. I know which player is better in terms of goal scoring. Guys, I don't think people are kind of rating Osimhen. People who choose Abraham because Abraham is a Chelsea player. I can get that. But being a Chelsea fan, no. Being a Chelsea fan, I will go for Osimhen because I know very people are abusing Lampard, cross and not. Inshallah.
It's not about choosing. It's not about choosing because he's.
Go ahead.
It's not about choosing because he's already in Chelsea or not. You can't. The truth is, you can't compare both of. I always say this: you can't compare two players playing in two different leagues until both of them play in the same league. Because they are not facing the same team. Osimhen is facing Fiorentina, Udinese. Tammy is facing Newcastle, so you can't compare both of them together. What we are talking about is the synergy. How well will they quickly adapt into the league if he comes into the league as against a young player who has played through the ranks, who has gone out on loan, who is already well versed in the league? It's almost immediate for him to. It's almost immediate for him to gel to make an impact in the league as compared to a new player coming in. It is always difficult. How many Nigerian players?
Especially a player that you will sign for almost like 70 to 80 million. I mean,
70 to 80 million. The pressure would get to him.
The entire number is just off.
Exactly.
If Osimhen is a striker that has been proven to score like 35, 40 goals, 30, 35 goals a season, then good. I can say
Exactly.
yes. That was with
Exactly.
Timo Werner. Werner is also a similar age to Tammy Abraham, but he comes in, has scored like 30 goals, like 2 consecutive seasons. We expect him to score goals because he scored a lot of goals in his previous club. But Osimhen scores a similar amount of goals to Tammy Abraham. So in what way does it make sense to shell out almost 80 million to sign him when there's no proof that he will score any more than Tammy Abraham? Nothing.
Fair enough.
I mean, he's
Let's
still
just
young.
round,
That's the
let's,
thing, bro.
let's,
That's the thing.
let's just round it up. Score prediction for Fulham. Let me go to offside first. What's the prediction? Don't put me in spot. I'm not predicting that. I beg. Don't put me in spot.
I think that game, the game against who is at home? I think Chelsea's at home in that game. Do I remember?
No, Fulham's at home.
Oh, Fulham will be at home in that game.
Mm.
I expect Chelsea to just Fulham. What
What happened?
Oh no, not you. Sorry, I think in news that I think Kevin De Bruyne is injured. Sorry, I didn't know my question.
He's an injury player, so we know that. That's
I
not
expect Chelsea to just win the points in that game against Fulham. Even though I don't expect them to put up a good game. Reason being that number one, Fulham will play the game against Tottenham, so they may be a little
on Wednesday.
bit, jaded. Yeah, they may be a little bit jaded. The stress, and it was short notice. 48-hour notice. So I feel like it may affect the quality of football Fulham will put out, and it will also affect Chelsea. But then I expect it to work in Chelsea's favor. Chelsea will just get 3 points, but expect another poor performance.
Nyangi, your score prediction, Fulham. What's the score prediction?
Well, like you said, the whole switch and everything somehow favoring us. I mean, we've rested well enough. Good game, bad game at some point in time. I mean, I'm surprised that Offside is even talking about bad performance. Someone who loves Mourinho and someone who cares all about results only. So shouldn't even be talking about performance here. The most important is getting the 3 points.
Can you just leave Mourinho out of it?
Get the 3.
I don't have a conversation about it. 3 points is better. Okay.
Let's just get our 3 points and move on. It's the best.
Leonto, your prediction for Fulham. Are you expecting anything less than a win? Is that a loss for you, or like?
Bro, I'm expecting a win if I'm honest. I'm expecting a win if I'm honest, bro. But I think there's 2 results that could happen. I think a 1-1 or a 2-1 Chelsea, but not a good performance from Chelsea.
Look, if I see 1-1, Lampard is getting sacked tomorrow morning. I don't care. It's gone. Bro, I'm serious. It's gone.
I don't believe in the team, bro. I don't believe in Lampard. I don't believe in the team. I don't believe in the tactics. We just look lethargic, bro, and it's not good at all. I mean, we have no creativity, no nothing. I mean, look, bro. All we do is cross the ball into the box. I mean, the reason why Giroud's doing well is
what pisses me about Lampard is you want to cross. I get that. What is Giroud doing on the bench when you want to cross the ball? You'll be putting Christian Pulisic and Timo Werner to head ball for you. It's like. I don't get Lampard.
No tactics. I told you, bro. I told you, no tactics, just vibes, bro. That's just vibes.
I don't get Lampard.
But
so, what's the prediction for Fulham? Are you expecting a draw, a 1-1 or a 2-1?
Well, as I think Offside said, we first have the advantage of Fulham having to play just 24 hours before, 48 hours before we face them. So we have the advantage. Then, even though we can say it's just Morecambe, we had a good game the last game. At least the game should give a bit more confidence. And overall, I think with Ziyech back and having a good game the last match, although he has scored twice in a row now.
Remember that.
Yeah, so I think with the advantage we have in terms of the schedule against Fulham and the fact that a major part of our gameplay is back, which is Hakim Ziyech, I think we actually win, and I will go out of I'll play devil's advocate, and I will say we actually win comfortably. It doesn't have to be a high-scoring game like 4-0. I think we have a good 2 or 3-0 game, maybe 3-1. I think we win comfortably.
Boys, don't say that, bro. Don't say that, bro.
Because no matter how we want to say it, at one point I think you have to turn the season around at one point. No matter
Oh,
how
Fair enough.
bad the season is looking, it turns around at
Mhm.
one point. Arsenal had that. I think they went what 14 games without a win,
Mhm.
and then they won against us, and they've won I think 4 games in a row now.
Yep.
So there's a point at which the season will turn around, and well, I'm hoping the last game is that point because bad as it was, I think who did we face? Barnsley. Barnsley was our turnaround in the beginning of the season. We
Mhm.
were having bad games, we were stuttering. Then we faced Barnsley and beat them. Was it 6-0? And then
Mhm.
went on a 17-game unbeaten run. So it doesn't matter who the opposition. I think that's why Lampard went with a strong team against in the FA Cup. It doesn't matter who the opposition is. You just need one game to build from. And I'm hoping the last game is the one. So I'm tipping the team to have a comfortable win. Doesn't have to be a great win, but to be comfortable.
Fair enough. Akwache, you're the lad. Round us off. Fulham. What are you expecting? A win or a draw?
Against Fulham, definitely a win. We should be really comfortably. I was thinking maybe a 3-0 win or 4-0 win.
bro, that's a lot, bro. That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, I know, but I have to believe that these guys can do that. We have the quality in the squad. We can do that. And
That's a lot.
Ziyech is back. Ziyech, oh, come on. We'll win 4-0. Write it down. 4-0.
Oh, okay. I think I think this round of the entire stream at the moment. It was like a very good stream and a beautiful one. I think the next one is gonna be on the Leicester City match. Like I said, the Leicester City match. Lampard better turn
Bro,
up on
after the Fulham game, bro. After the Fulham game, please. After the Fulham game, please.
We should even be winning the Leicester game
Please.
too. We should be winning the Leicester
I'm
game.
telling you, bro. If we lose that game, bro. If we lose or draw that game, oh my God.
I'm not offside. If we lose to Fulham, I am not doing Leicester City. Offside. I'm saying it to you now. If we lose to Fulham, I'm not coming up.
We cannot even. Why we lose
I'm not
to
coming.
Fulham?
I'm not
Our
offside. You're
promotion
hearing me now.
to the
You're
end of
hearing
the
me.
season.
I am not showing up. If we lose to Fulham,
Don't
I'm not
worry, we'll
showing
be
up.
here against Fulham. We'll win
I'm not
after
showing
that
up.
game. We'll all be here.
Yeah, I'm not showing up. So I think that's the end of the stream. I think that's kind of end to the stream tonight. Thank you guys for coming up, and guys, like and subscribe to the channel, guys.
you.
Like and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you guys for coming up. So like and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you guys. And guys, peace out, guys. Peace. Peace, guys.
Peace.
Bye bye.
Mhm. Offside, we're done. Peace out, guys. Peace. See you, Leicester.
All
If we
right.
lose the Leicester match, I'm not coming up. I'm telling you now. I'm not showing up.
Calm down. Chill.
I'm not showing
Be
up.
fun. For
I am
better
not.
or worse.
Okay. We'll see.
All
I
right.
am not showing up if we lose that match. You be the one that will anchor this time. Just be looking. That's it. I'll be listening from the background.
You and Chelsea. You are married to Chelsea.
No, I'm not. Lampard wants to kill us this season. No, it's
All
not.
right.
Imagine Ole Gunnar Solskjaer winning the EPL. I can't take that anymore. I
God
cannot take that.
forbid. I was
I,
saying that thing, like play. Man U has gone top of the table. And
I'm not. I'm not taking that.
Chelsea.
I am not taking that.
Ah,
No,
come on.
I'm not.
All right,
All right.
let me go to sleep. I beg.
All right. See
All right.
you. Peace out.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers. Bye.
Mm-hmm. Guys, peace out, guys. Really appreciate you guys for coming up, and peace out. Peace, guys. Peace, guys.